Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Good evening. Welcome back to the old studio as we get fired up for this Edmonton Oilers Washington Capitals hockey game here at about 8:22. It ain't going to be anytime soon. We still got a little while to go before the Oilers officially get things underway, but the Oilers obviously looking for a big time victory here against the Washington Capitals, right? It's a team that, well, for all intents and purposes, changed the course of the season last time out for the Oilers. They were able to go out there and, well, do exactly what they did against Pittsburgh, shut out a team, and, well, that turned around to be a 34-9-2 stretch for the Oilers since that game against the Washington Capitals. So we'll see tonight if that dominance continues for the Oilers as we continue to roll along, friends. We are just about ready to broadcast over to the Sportsnet feed for this one, and then we should be ready to rock and roll with Gene Principe getting us all set up and all the goodies. So, friends, welcome aboard Dolynny TV. Glad to have you in this evening. It was, of course, an interesting weekend there, a lot going on, and one part that you didn't really understand, I don't think, too well, is the fact that I picked this guy up, right? For those of you unfamiliar, I tend to wear a lot of Dixon flannel here on the streams and don't really make much fuss of it, but tonight I will make the fuss about the Dixon flannel. I saw this advertised on their social media channels and I'm like, man, I gotta go pick that up because it looks absolutely unbelievable. And what I will tell you is you can see by the colors, it's pretty well Oilers themed. The reason Foundry and Cross Iron Mills, just outside of Calgary, just in between Calgary and Airdrie, actually brought in this version of Dixon flannel, because there's a million and one that they could have chose from. The reason they brought in this color in particular is one of their staff members there is an Edmonton Oilers fan, so just a little bit of a, hey, here you go kind of situation. So that's where we're at, little Dixon flannel here, and celebrating the Oilers in the same token as well. So looking forward to a good hockey game tonight, friends. Obviously, you should be seeing this shirt. I think this is what we'll wear most Oilers game days throughout the playoffs. We'll try and load this up throughout the playoffs and see what we can't do with it in terms of the playoffs and getting lucky and getting a good win streak going and winning some rounds and trying to win a Stanley Cup, eh? Let's see where we end up going. Friends, welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in, my friends, we've got Mr. Doom in here, we've got Avery, we've got Mike, and of course Josh. Long time no see in the chat for Josh, but good to see him. He was telling me if I got this stream up, he'd be here. Well, there we have it in there tonight. So we're looking forward to a good hockey game out of the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Now, that said, here's what the Oilers media, just about yard-soaked water all over the place. The Oilers media was pretty much saying today is this is a game. I think it was Cam Moon on the broadcast on 6:30 Ched saying you can't look past the Washington Capitals. For us Oilers fans, who's in town on Saturday night? Who have we yet to play on the NHL schedule yet? That would be the Colorado Avalanche, and we all know from just game in, game out over the past several years, Patrick and I over at Bogey's last year, and at Main Street actually as well that night. Obviously, anybody that's covered the Oilers, anybody that's talked about the Oilers, the Colorado Avalanche are one of those teams we are desperate to show we are better than. And of course, they're coming into town on Saturday. So when we're talking about don't look forward to Saturday, stay focused on tonight's hockey game. It's going to be hard for the Oilers knowing that it's the lowly Washington Capitals or the Colorado Avalanche on Saturday. And we know how the Oilers kind of get up for different games over the course of the season. Tonight, you hope they decide to kind of go out there and show you, yeah, you know what, we are still the team that beat Washington 5-0 to change the course of our season. And we are in for a goal-scoring fest tonight, hopefully, right? I mean, I wouldn't mind the grade 8 getting one or two, but the Oilers need to obviously go out there and win tonight and stay focused on winning tonight's hockey game. So, let's go. Peter, you are having a rough couple of days, eh? That is fair enough. We will get the live stream going. Obviously, here's the best part about that for anybody involved, especially in Peter's shoes tonight as a Washington Capitals and Edmonton Oilers fan. Kind of the best of both worlds, and obviously a little bit of a different take. Obviously, I don't know who would be doing the game in the States tonight, but you get to listen to the old Canadian feed, I guess. So we'll try and bring it home for you, Peter, and hopefully have a great game, right? Like I said, hopefully the Oilers dominate the Capitals, but the Capitals score a couple key goals from a couple guys that need them in particular. So let's get this going here, friends. We've got just about a minute until the broadcast flips over to Gene Principe and gets us fired up. We're on that sweet commercial break in progress, loading screen on Sportsnet right now. We're about to get things fired up tonight. Of course, tonight seems like, given the time of the game, an easy one. Most of you that are in right now, I assume we're all regular occurrence here on the stream. So what I will say is 250 in terms of the watch hour. You know I do that for the goal every stream. I would assume that is where we end up kind of coming in again tonight, given that we're a little later into the evening by the end of it, but also in the prime time slot right now at the start of it. So looking forward to a good one, friends. Thanks for being along for, I guess, the abbreviated pregame edition. Usually start about 15 minutes earlier to the broadcast, while tonight only 5 as the Oilers and the Capitals getting the pregame intro treatment tonight. Lots of Ovi, lots of Connor McDavid as we get fired up for a good hockey game between these two teams. A desperately needed good hockey game for the Oilers coming out of what was a rocky trip out east, right? I mean, outside of 2 games, the Oilers did pretty good, but you need to find better results against Columbus and Buffalo, and I think tonight as well you need to find a better result against the Washington Capitals. The Capitals 30-24-9 on this season, so a below overall wins-losses, below 500 team, though they do indeed still have 69 points on the season and only 12 back of the Edmonton Oilers. Carolyn Cameron welcomes us into the broadcast studio as we get set up for this one between the Oilers and Caps, friends. We'll turn back to the chat here for a brief moment, friends. Brett, welcome in from Australia. It's afternoon over there. Well, my friends, again, that is where we'll take the old time clock and go see what time it is in New Zealand. That is obviously where we always try to keep a little bit of focus. I know a lot of friends tune in from New Zealand, so it's 3:02 p.m. in New Zealand right now. And that would mean it's early afternoon over there in Australia. So welcome aboard from down under, I guess, as we get set up for the Oilers at 8 p.m. Mountain Time here in Edmonton. Oof, that's going to be tough. Margaret, welcome aboard as well. And we'll see what we can get going here for the Oilers this evening as Adam Henrique's on our television sets right now talking to Gene Principe pregame. Obviously, his locker in the road was next to Matthias Janmark. Interesting note. Mike, Uncle Howard played for the Caps in 80-81. Now, was that the terrible Caps teams, or was that kind of in their better years? I know the Caps were just terrible there for a while. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say that's the terrible era for the Capitals, but I don't know outside of this Ovi era if they've ever really had a great run in franchise history from everything I can summarize from hockey cards and looking on the backs back in the day. William, welcome aboard, as well as, yes, the plaid, friends. I brought it right out of the closet, bought it this weekend down at Foundry at Cross Iron Mills in Calgary. Thought I'd go grab it. I saw it advertised on social media. I'm like, I need to have that, right? You can't go wrong with the old Oilers colors here at all, right? I figured we'd throw on the toque as well because I was a little lazy today. Didn't get out of bed in time to do the hair, so we'll ignore the kind of bedhead I had going on all day, and we'll just call her a day here and get the Oilers toque going since I don't have an Oilers jersey on. But hey, now talking about wanting to see a scrap, I wouldn't mind seeing the Oilers go out there and throw hands with someone, and not Sam Carrick, right? I don't want to see Sam Carrick being the only guy fighting for us. I want to see somebody like a Kane or a Perry throw hands today, right? Get a tone set early, right? Go into the corners, throw a little, not an elbow to the head, but throw something that shouldn't be thrown in the corners in terms of clean, straight hockey, and go out there and just muck it up a bit and maybe drop the gloves because of it. That would be nice to see for the Oilers because it kind of needs to be a big game, and obviously setting the tone as early as you possibly can is going to allow you to do that. So Gene Principe and Louis DeBrusque on the bench right now in Oil Country as they get set to come down the tunnel. Of course, my seats there behind the Minnesota Wild bench weren't too far away from that tunnel in Rogers Place to the Oilers bench. So let's go here as well and quickly check out what we got going. So Peter's got the stats on Howard Walker there for Mike a moment ago, mentioning that 13-point campaign in 64 games played. Now back then, that's actually not too bad for a guy that piled up 100 penalty minutes. And Josh, you're watching the end of the Kings and Blues before they switch over. I don't know how that game's going, but I hope St. Louis is winning. That's all I can say. We're going to have to go fire up the old Sportsnet app here right now, I guess. So we got to get things fired up here for this one. Blues are winning 3-1 with 22 seconds to go. Don't worry, we won't be firing up right away tonight, friends. We got to wait till about 8:22 for puck drop local time in Alberta. So we got a little bit of a ways to go yet. So we are going. They are really good in 1982 and 83. See, there we go. That's the thing. You know what happened out west in the NHL when 82, 83 rolled around, but you don't know what went out east if you're a guy my age. Well, there you go. Now you do. Evander Kane, 11 goals in his last 11 games versus the Washington Capitals. He'd be a guy to bet on to score a goal tonight. Not saying you should. But he's a guy that needs a goal desperately here every few games to keep his engine roaring. And I think tonight would be a good time to get one going for us this evening. So let's go here quickly and refresh the old Sports app. As it appears, things have just froze up. It's been an issue here on the pregame so far. So hopefully things don't necessarily go that way too much longer this evening. So we continue along here into the pregame portion of this Edmonton Oilers versus Washington Capitals game. They're going to have all the pregame amble for us on Sportsnet, get us all fired up for this one. They just showed the highlight of Evander Kane's last goal against the Washington Capitals, so that is fantastic. And we're just waiting for this hockey game to get underway. Connor Brown's in, Sam Carrick's in, so it is Derek Ryan who is out of the lineup for the Edmonton Oilers here this hockey game. Connor Brown, 0 goals in his last 72 games played. That is insane. Last 72 games played? No good for Connor Brown, who's been struggling as of late to try and score goals, and he's had some good looks, and obviously we're all hoping he scores goals sooner than later, but he's been struggling, and maybe at some point this season it all of a sudden pops in 5 here before the end of the season, and Connor Brown's banging into the playoffs with a goal-scoring streak or something funny, and he's the guy who scores you 2 goals in the first round, and he's the reason you win a hockey game. Again, right? Klim Kostin didn't actually score that many goals for the Oilers last year, but in the playoffs he scored a couple timely ones, and that's what the playoffs are about. Your depth guys showing up with some timely goals for you. Hey, now, Jets and Preds are on your TV. Yes, Jets and Preds on TV in Canada, whereas right now is in the States, I think it's Blues and Kings have just finished up. So interesting to note how that works, right? Both Canada and the States having a doubleheader night on a Wednesday. Don't mind that at all. And Ace Pickard's in tonight. Yes, big fan of that move for the Edmonton Oilers because no, never mind. Sorry, you're messing with me here. You're messing with me. It's not Pickard. It is from everything we understand, Stuart Skinner. Hold on here. So Stuart Skinner is supposed to be getting his 30th win tonight, I think, is what the pregame amble was on everything. My goodness, I'm like, that's a reliable source. We'll go there. Not calling you an unreliable source, Ace, but everything I've heard, it's Stuart Skinner in net for the Oilers tonight. As we continue along, I don't see you guys are just kind of chatting up amongst yourselves in the chat. Like to see that right now as we continue along. Sorry, friends, lost myself there for a moment, but things seem to be rolling along in the chat, so we will go to the tail of the tape for the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals this evening, as we'll go over to the Oilers and Caps here and go to see that Stuart Skinner is rocking 29 wins, 12 losses, 3 OT losses, and 3 shutouts this season. I think that's deceptive because of his time played in the game against Pittsburgh. I think both him and Calvin Pickard were credited with a shutout on Sportsnet, but it's actually not a shutout, if I'm not mistaken. 258 goals against average and a .907 save percentage for Stuart Skinner this season, whereas Darcy Kemper's at 13, 12, and 3. 315 goals against average and an 893. So the Oilers have to attack weaker goaltending tonight. Capitals are averaging 2.65 goals per game. The Oilers 3.5. 3.06 goals against for the Caps and 2.84 against for the Edmonton Oilers. So again, that number's creeped up a little bit. If they can definitely let off 2 or less goals tonight, that'll creep back down below probably 2.82, and suddenly that's starting to build that nice, comfortable, almost 0.7 gap in goals per game versus goals against. So right now, it looks like indeed Mattias Ekholm will be out of the Edmonton Oilers lineup this evening. We will double check that here in a brief moment. And is there anything else we need to see here? I don't think so. Don't think so. Stecher will make his Edmonton Oilers debut. So there you have it. Troy Stecher is in tonight for the Oilers in place of Mattias Ekholm. So there you have it. Double check that and we are good to go. As the Edmonton Oilers are ready to rock and roll tonight's hockey game here in a brief moment. We are about 10 minutes away from puck drop on Sportsnet as Darnell Nurse joins Gene Principe on the bench here. The Oilers, the Washington Capitals, your main entertainment at the bottom of the clock. I guess you could say an 8:30 start, technically speaking, despite getting a start 8 minutes early. OILERS TV, welcome aboard. Same with you, Tim. Good evening to you, sir. As we get things fired up for the Oilers and the Washington Capitals, Brady, welcome in. Everybody's starting to trickle in here late on me as we have an extended pregame edition of Dolynny TV. And William, yes, that's to say we all buried the lead here. It is springtime in Alberta finally. It is March 13th and it was 12 degrees in southern Alberta today and it's supposed to be 20 on the weekend. My goodness, how much I'm looking forward to that. So here we go. We've got the Edmonton Oilers, the Washington Capitals. We've got Luke coming in here saying favorite team versus favorite team, or second favorite team. That's Peter's situation as well, friends. We're going to have a lot of hockey fans, I think, in general, that just don't mind the Washington Capitals because of Alex Ovechkin, similar to the Sidney Crosby thing. So don't mind me at all. And Jordan, welcome aboard as well, as we are going to get things fired up as Gene Principe is up at the top of the Rogers Place right now in his little studio perch, getting things going for this evening's hockey game. It's the 2-minute countdown before things get fired up for this evening's hockey game with the anthems, the land acknowledgement, and the Edmonton Oilers getting to play some hockey at home for the first time in just about a week, I want to say, as I think we headed against Pittsburgh on Sunday and then headed out on the road, and now we will get back to work here at home over a week and a half later. So Calvin Pickard skating out there right now will be on the bench for the Oilers to at least start this hockey game, as Ovechkin 840 goals, second all time. McDavid has a 25-game home point streak, so you don't mind that there for him, who's just trailing, I think, one Nathan McKinnon, who's had a point in every home game so far this season. There's a lot of Washington Capitals fans at Rogers Place this evening, friends, so we're looking for forward to everything this evening as we go along here. This pregame portion of Dolynny TV, friends, brought to you by amazing looking flannel. I'm kidding. No paid promotion on this stream, but you get where I'm going. I am amped up for this one. It's the debut of the new flannel. I haven't even worn this to work, haven't worn it out anywhere yet. I am just excited to show this off. You saw me wearing a different one, my ghost plaid, I call it, earlier today. So let's go for a good hockey game tonight, friends. We're at 13 and a half hours on the stream. We are fired up for what should be a good hockey game tonight and what should be a good hockey game going into tomorrow morning with hopefully a victory, as we've got some young fans welcoming the new characters to, of course, one place, that being Oil Country here in Edmonton, as the Oiler home debuts. Stecher in for Ekholm makes Oilers debut overall, and Carrick and Henrique will make their home debuts for the Edmonton Oilers. So here we go, friends. The Oilers and the Capitals getting going, and man, there's Stecher with the hair slicked back. He's looking like he's moving well out there. He's excited to get going for the first time in Oilers threads, and you're kidding me, right? He's played for the Canucks, he's played for the Flames, he's now played for the Oilers, and maybe next year he'll sign in Winnipeg and complete the Western Canadian tour of duty in the NHL. We'll see what happens here, friends. Purple, welcome aboard. John, welcome aboard. So no, a Flames fan hoping for an Oilers loss. Well, we can't complain about that too much, right? There's a lot still on the line for the Calgary Flames, and everybody losing ahead of them in the standings does a lot. I know there's a lot made on Flames radio about the defense last night against Colorado. Again, we're not talking about the Flames being a team that takes Colorado down in the playoffs. It's just about hopefully getting a couple of playoff home games this year at the Saddle Dome. Not many years left of playoff home games at the Saddle Dome. So we continue along here, friends, watching old highlights of the 5-0 win for the Edmonton Oilers. That was a game that I believe was at like 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. I got to listen to the pregame in the car at work on the way to Popeyes one afternoon, and then basically just listen to the game at work in the showroom the rest of the day. And let me tell you, it was pretty fantastic watching the Oilers, or listening to the Oilers win a 5-0 hockey game and pretty much the turn of the season. You almost knew something was special about it. And I mean, I was really frustrated following that Carolina game because you watched in that game something changed with the Oilers, but it was still too little too late in that hockey game. And thankfully they came through with a way better effort in Washington. And since then, including the November 24th win against Washington, have been the best team in the NHL by most standings. So we're excited to see the Oilers go out there and get this job done tonight. So, all right, welcome aboard. And we are rolling here tonight as we are on for what could be a very fun hockey game. Again, I'm seeing some 10-9 scores in the chat. Again, if the Oilers want to go out there and make it an old-timey, fun kind of last goal wins hockey game, I'm not going to mind that. That makes my life very, very easy on the live streams. Let me tell you, when we're not sitting here wondering what to talk about for half a period at a time, makes my life quite easy. But again, hoping for 10-9 in the year 2024. You just got to hope it's the Oilers and whoever they're playing in the first game of a playoff series, and then maybe you're in for something. As yeah, we're rolling along. As yeah, it was a 3 p.m. local Black Friday game. So yeah, that would be 1 p.m. on a Friday in Alberta. Yeah, that was a pretty big day here. Just thinking about going out there and hoping the Oilers would win, and they found a way to do the job. And thankfully, right now, all of a sudden, it's all worked out the right ways, and the Edmonton Oilers are ready to crush another game against the Washington Capitals here tonight. So, yeah, here we go. Let's go here as we will go over and yeah, sorry friends. Send a text message back quickly there. Giggling about what's on my phone. Giggling about what's on the chat right here from Dolynny TV, literally saying that if Brown scores, he'll shave his beard. Well, again, here's the thing. The time for that was before the trade deadline, because the problem now is the trade deadline's come and gone. And before anyone gets any wise ideas, when Tyson buys a player jersey, right? Hold on here. When Tyson buys a player jersey, you can see that number 13 right there. That ain't no Matthias Janmark jersey, if you know where I'm talking. So for the Oilers, before you get any wise ideas, if I buy a jersey before the trade deadline, that guy usually ends up trading. You're seeing that 13. We dare not put out the name on the back because even the Pittsburgh Penguins didn't dare put him in the lineup against us. So Josh crushing the cheesecake. Now see, I crushed cookies and cream ice cream before this hockey game. I was really craving it. Right across the street from Main Street in Airdrie. If you've never been to Airdrie in Alberta, there is a place called Marble Slab. Everybody knows and loves Marble Slab. That's an easy wander over there for a little bit of ice cream on the way home. So definitely good to go. So here we go, friends. We got our land acknowledgement before the start of this hockey game, and now we are set for the U.S. and Canadian national anthems. It'll take about a minute and a half each, and then the Edmonton Oilers are going to fire up a hockey game at 8:22 p.m. local time for the Capitals. What is that? I guess that would be just about, yeah, that would be a crazy 10:22 p.m. puck drop. Peter, I hope you got the coffee in you. I hope you're feeling it tonight, because it is going to be a long night for all of us involved, especially out on the East Coast. We're already up over 22.69 hours watched on the stream, so we are fired up for what should be a very quick first period and what should give us a very good result here for the Oilers if they come out firing as they did in that Pittsburgh game. Again, Washington on the back end of a very good past 10-15 years, and now obviously Ovechkin and Crosby aging out of the NHL just like that. So here we go. As we are just about to roll, and Peter, that would be a good guess, right? I know you know better, but again, right? I got the Dolynny 13 right there in honor of founding the channel back in 2013. For those of you that don't know, this has been a 10+ year situation here on YouTube now, and we're going strong into the next decade already pretty much the best year on record so far for Edmonton Oilers stuff, and we're just 2.5 months into the year and looking forward to a very good playoff run. So the U.S. national anthem coming to an end here, as we will have the Canadian anthem sung, and then we will be ready to rock and roll the end of this pre-game portion of the Edmonton Oilers, and then this hockey game will get up and underway. Just can't seem to get the cushion comfy tonight here on the chair. Gotta go out there and buy myself a new chair, but here's the problem: I haven't spent any time watching the Oilers here down in the basement lately. So what do you do? Forgetting to buy that chair right currently. So here we go, friends. We got the Edmonton Oilers, we got the Washington Capitals, we got the Canadian national anthem going. So we're just about there. Avery, this would be a big one for the Edmonton Oilers if we could find a way to win it. Number 40 on the season, and number 30 for wins in the column for Stuart Skinner if he can find a way to win tonight. So let's get this going here, as we are just about to get this Edmonton Oilers game up and underway, friends. I'm looking forward to it, as the Oilers, I think we get a pretty good effort tonight, I assume anyway, as the anthem goes off with an absolute roar from the crowd, and we are ready to play some hockey at long last. It's been a long pregame. What is that, a half-hour pregame? Oh boy, when do we ever get those nowadays? We're 20 minutes at most around here. So we go up and over top of Rogers Place, and we are ready to get this hockey game going. Zach Hyman, Connor McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Evan Bouchard, and as theorized on the live stream earlier today, Brett Kulak will get the start alongside Evan Bouchard. 29, 13, and 3. Stuart Skinner, who will come in looking to shut down the Washington Capitals. They're scoring around the same amount of goals Stuart Skinner has given up, so you hope they score the under tonight, and the Oilers can find a way to win this one rather convincingly. Again, an old school hockey game, or also a very tidy bit of business for the Oilers is what I'm looking for this evening, as Connor McDavid draws into the face-off dot here, friends. Let's get this hockey game up and underway. The Oilers, the Capitals, ready to get things loaded up. Leon Draisaitl on the bench there. Lots of talk pre-game about him, as they got his backstory, I guess, with a former U of A Golden Bear kind of told in, as the Capitals chase into the Oilers end. It'll be into the far side corner right off the face-off. The Oilers hemmed into their own zone for a brief moment. Nice play by Bouchard to get it out. Oilers back out the other way. 3-man attack over to Hyman. Hyman in front. Directs the first shot of the game off the pads of Kemper. Back up to the point. Here's Kulak looking to change places with Bouchard. A nice play to the boards. Forces Bouchard down low as the Oilers coming out, moving the feet around. Here's a shot. Fired off. Kemper up high. Save made. He'll cover up. As the Oilers right there, just a good bit of business in the offensive zone, keeping the puck alive, and then forcing a couple of shots towards the net in the first 38 seconds of this hockey game. And Brett Kulak, a deceptive stick and a perfect touch pass by one Zach Hyman to get, Evan Bouchard to get it down to Zach Hyman, and Hyman, who just rips a good shot into the arm of Kemper. Two good shots right out of the gate for the Edmonton Oilers to start tonight's hockey game. The combinations on the ice so far for this evening, it's Ryan McLeod, Leon Draisaitl, Warren Foegele will be your second line. The face-off one back, Kane, Henrique, and Brown your third line. And then Matthias Janmark, Carrick, and Perry, your fourth line. The shot from Desharnais drifts in through traffic. A chance for McLeod denied. And a good opportunity there again for the Oilers. They've delivered a few good opportunities on net so far. This puck bounced down into the Oilers' end as it's one man swallowing up. Darnell Nurse ripped around the boards to the near side. It comes back to the point and out as the Capitals chase all the way back into their own end to set up a new shift here, as we will have a stoppage in play. And Leon Draisaitl is shaking his head. Has he taken a penalty, or who has taken a penalty here? It looks like maybe possibly the Washington Capitals. It's Chris Dahlblock talking on the bench right there. Nick Dowd in the penalty box, I believe, for the Washington Capitals. He'll come out to talk, and it'll be a 4-minute power play for the Edmonton Oilers, as in fact somebody else goes to the box as Obey Kubel comes in, and he gets the... Oh yeah, it's I believe Nick Dowd getting the stick up, so they've got the wrong guy in the box. Dowd goes to the box there, so you like to see it as Nurse ends up getting a whack up on the teeth there, kind of lip area, and gets, I don't know what's bleeding. Something's bleeding really bad for one Darnell Nurse on the bench right now, and Obey Kubel's out of the box. And here we go, the official penalty call against Nick Dowd will get things going, as this will be a high-sticking double minor, it looks like, for the Edmonton Oilers. And you see here, Nurse is holding a stick, kind of lets go right as the crowd kind of piles up there along the end wall, and gets away with it, and before getting taken down to the ice with a, oh man, ooh, that is just never a pretty sight, watching hockey players on the bench spit out the old pool of blood. Is 25.7 on the power play here for the Edmonton Oilers. They have gone cold as of late. They're still ranked 5th in the NHL. They're going to scramble up this face-off as Draisaitl. The Capitals bang it off the boards, and down the ice it goes into the Oilers' end. Down to Stuart Skinner, who will regroup the Oilers' attack here for Bouchard. Bouchard leads up through the neutral zone as the Oilers will turn back to Connor McDavid. He'll gun up through the neutral, right on net. Here he comes. Backhand came just wide of the net as he tried to pull his move in front. Would have loved to see that go through. As a pass over to Draisaitl, the Oilers power play looking a little bit more dynamic, moving the puck around a little faster here than I think they have over the past few games. Back to Draisaitl near side. Here's Draisaitl looking to rip a shot on net, back to McDavid on the dot. McDavid, boosh bomb, shot on net, blocked there by Tom Wilson, who will spin out of that one. 90.7 on the clock, and Wilson is hurting for the Washington Capitals. He's a guy who's either suspended or injured, it seems, over the past little bit. As here's across the line now for Connor McDavid, who will carry in. McDavid back to the point, over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets it knocked off his stick, and he will come back looking for a pass around his own blue line as he will work through the neutral zone, carry across the line. 2:50 to go here in this one. On the power play anyway, as 17:40 remains in the first period. The Oilers have the only 2 shots of the game. Here's Bouchard, over, pass now near side to McDavid. It's flipped out of the zone by the Capitals, down to Stuart Skinner, who wobbled out of the net, kind of unsure if he was going to make that puck, and ends up getting it over to Darnell Nurse, the second unit that's had some success of late. Will get across the line, and nice drifted pass over to Perry. Takes a hop off the glass off his stick and comes back to Darnell Nurse in behind Stuart Skinner. Now up the right wing. Nurse is going to lead this one out of the Oilers zone. Onto the tape of Ceci. Fired in down low to the goaltender for the Capitals, Kemper, and the Caps will slap it back the other way. Nice keep in there at the point by Nurse. Back to Nurse it comes, near side to Ceci. Ceci wall there, now over to Nurse, now to the far side. The shot from Kane blocked in front. Perry on the broken stick in front will be able to get the pass over to Kane, and then the pass from Perry just misses everybody. And this Oilers power play is looking absolutely brutal here so far, as they will get up through the neutral zone again, bounce it back to Connor McDavid with $1:40 to go in the power play. McDavid across the line, he'll backhand over it and pass now near side to Draisaitl. Draisaitl shot denied by Kemper. Just an absolute beastly save there by Kemper as he just punches it right back out where it came from. And here's Bouchard with $1:24 to go in the power play, backhanding it over to McDavid one more time. He'll elude his man. Across to the far side it goes. Nugent Hopkins back to Bouchard. Bouchard gets stripped, And here's Draisaitl hustling back, as this one will come back across. Down low now it comes to Bouchard, as this will be fought off his stick off Nugent-Hopkins. Nice little piece of work by Bouch to get it over to Nuge. Now far side to McDavid. Onside to Draisaitl, back to Nuge. The backdoor one-timer didn't quite work out for Draisaitl as Nugent-Hopkins recollects. Here's McDavid pass in front over to Hyman. Denied as the Oilers continue to roll this one around. Bouchard, far side of McDavid. One-timer! Draisaitl up over top of the bar. My goodness. The Oilers getting all kinds of looks. Another one from Draisaitl. Just can't get it going. And this one, the Oilers shooting the puck. Draisaitl scores! Top shelf on Kemper. 5th, 6th, 7th time is the charm there for the Edmonton Oilers, as Leon Draisaitl shot that puck in a sequence about, 4 times right there in a span of about 25 seconds. And finally, the Edmonton Oilers find the back of the net to make it 1-0 on the power play. My goodness. 1 chance, 2 chance, 3 chance. It's all about loading up Leon Draisaitl. Here's another one, right? Comes down low for Hyman, denied. The Oilers moving the puck on net. Actually got some results going. There's the one for Draisaitl up over top of the net. And then it's chased back again. And then a nice pass there by Nugent-Hopkins over. And that one finds the back of the net finally. And my goodness, that was a lot of opportunities that the Oilers just could not cash home. Nice puck win off the face-off now. Coming down low into the zone is Corey Perry. Chasing along is Sam Carrick as well. A good grind line here in Janmark, Carrick, and Corey Perry. A good couple of pickups there for the Oilers. And Perry just absolutely tries to pop his man with a big old hip-led check, but couldn't do it. And there's Perry interfering with Kemper, and then he almost gives his own guy a cross-check as Janmark along the boards down low in the near side corner, battling 2 Capitals, supporting Carrick, and it'll come free for the Caps. 41 assists for Nugent-Hopkins, 80 for McDavid on that one. As here across the line, the Caps fire the first shot of the game wide of the net. This comes back into the neutral territory as they will continue to try and get this job done, as this will work over now for the Capitals near side blue line, bouncing it up off the boards. A nice play there for Desharnais as he picks it up off a little bit of a bobble into the zone. And here's now an opportunity for Connor Brown to get going out of the zone. He turns it over at the blue line. Capitals fire it down low. Pass in front, turned over there by the Capitals on a good defensive coverage by the Oilers and fired back into the Caps' end. Here's Connor Brown wheeling and dealing down low. I mean, I haven't seen Connor Brown walking into the zone that authoritative early in a hockey game in a long while. Here's Brown still just turning up traffic down low. Shot fired towards the net, up over top of the net as Brown will come again to the near side. This one worked over there by as well Kane and Henrique. Henrique eats a high stick from Kane accidentally, but there will be a penalty upcoming to the Capitals instead of a penalty to the Oilers. I think the Oilers are kind of baffled here as well, as Nurse kind of drifted in behind the net thinking, what's going on there? But a high stick. Maybe a Capital gave the high stick, but I was pretty sure it was our own guy that got our own guy. So I'll be interested to see here as the Capitals bench boss does not look all too impressed, unfortunately. And here's one Evander Kane, knowing maybe he got his team a power play as Kane comes in there. And no, it is indeed actually the back man there for the Capitals that got the penalties. So there you have it. The Oilers playing a pretty sound hockey game to start, at least tonight. 7-ish minutes into this hockey game, the Oilers have 8 shots and the Capitals with nothing so far. The Oilers doing a job like they don't regularly do. 2 minutes for high sticking for Dylan Strome. 2-1 the hits for the Oilers so far. The only thing they haven't really done is win the face-off battle, but again, we won't worry about that at all. So we are going to get this going here. As the Oilers will keep things rolling in this hockey game, I'm sure. Now being on the power play again, friends, welcome aboard Dolynny TV. If you're just tuning in, what I should tell you right now, we're coming up playoff time. I got to get back on the old train. I haven't been doing it as much lately, but if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, friends. We come up into this hockey game at 156 was the total. And as we enter action, we're still looking for that first subscriber here on the live stream. So if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hanging out with me here, but definitely been fantastic so far this season. Appreciate everybody being aboard for the ride, and hopefully we can have ourselves an interesting playoff run. To look at the watch time as well, as that's something else we usually pay close attention to here on the streams, friends. Let's go over here and quickly look at that, as we're at 47 and a half hours already on the live stream. Usually the target is 50 by the end of the first period, so we are well on our way here tonight, as here's an opportunity now as the high stick right there caught Adam Henrique even away from the play. Actually, that's okay. I didn't see that. Sorry, I thought it was Kane's stick coming up at the end of the play, not the start of the play, tying up that puck. So the face-off now inside the Washington Capitals zone. We'll get it going here. 1 for 2 on the power play. 6 shots for the Edmonton Oilers. That's decent. That will take. That we can work with, I think. And they're just waiting to settle this puck on for the face-off again. The Oilers start it by scrambling up the draw. The Capitals will bang it off the boards into the neutral zone. 13:28 to go in this first period of play. Picked up now by McDavid. He'll lift into the middle of the ice. Capitals try to force it out. Nice play right there. Now picked up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking. Far side over to, I believe, McDavid. McDavid walking down the wall. Back to the point now. Bouchard over to McDavid. McDavid on the far side. Skates it back to Bouchard. Back to McDavid. Looking. Rips the shot. And he scores! Just like that. The Oilers' first shot of the power play goes back in the net. And Connor McDavid has a 2-point night on 9 shots here this evening, as Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers power play is getting things started here early. They've been cold for a while, but you know you can't keep a good team down. And Connor McDavid rips that shot through traffic, finds the back of the net, and there you have it. The Stars are out in full effect here at Rogers Place tonight. The power play 2-4-3. That's a pretty good clip to get you back into contention here for a top tier, top 3, I guess, power play in the league, as Connor McDavid just flutters it through Kemper, and the Edmonton Oilers have found a way to get this going. As 12:59 to go in this first period of play, 9-0. The Edmonton Oilers lead the shot department, as what do we got going on here? Alvin tuning in from Grand Crash. Glad to have you aboard, as this one comes back through the neutral zone. As 25 goals this season for Connor McDavid, 47 assists for Bouchard, 51 for Draisaitl. Now leading his way into the zone is Brett Kulak, as Bouchard over to Henrique. The shot blocked in front, now up off the end wall. The Oilers quickly contain the Capitals, trying to bust out of the zone. 12:23 to go. The Capitals do indeed battle through. The Oilers shut them down at the blue line and turn it back the other way. Capitals in the defensive zone, fire up to the near side blue line. Lapierre will touch it there, and this will be Connor Brown firing over. 12:08 to go in this first period of play, as the Oilers get things going. 9-0 in the shot department is just wild for the Edmonton Oilers. You'll love to see that kind of dominance early on at Rogers Place, as here's an opportunity now. The Oilers through the neutral zone, lifting over to Corey Perry. Nice play by Janmark. Touch pass from Perry over to Janmark, doesn't connect. Had too much roll on it, and here's the Capitals again across the line, looking backhand. Shot misses wide. Opportunity side of the net. The Capitals couldn't convert. Nice jam play there for the Oilers. This goes back to the point. Shot fired, flutters towards, blocked in front. Another shot, flutters, scores. Wow. Yep, that's the way it goes. That was that was tough to watch right there for the Edmonton Oilers and everybody involved. A shot from the far boards, and is that Connor McMichael? Is that who wears number 63? No, that's somebody else for the Capitals. But just a backhand and just a whole bunch of pucks fluttering around here in the Oilers' defensive zone, and then just a shot from the far side boards as it's just ripped on net and just somehow goes through Stuart Skinner. And Peter's going to have the capital goal for everybody here. So that's a tough angle for the Oilers to give up a goal right there. So this one with 11:24 to go in the first period. The Oilers now have to avoid giving up 2 goals on 2 shots. That one's going to be cut through the middle of the ice. Nice cut off there by the Oilers, and Miroshchenko gets the goal for the Capitals, as this one will be backhanded into the Oilers offensive zone kind of deal there by the Caps, rolling around trying to get out. They do. Backhand down low into the Oilers zone. That just cuts the momentum, right? That just cuts the fun. Man, I was having a blast there in that first few minutes of the period, but something stupid like that's going to always cut out of the fun right away as the Oilers struggling to get it out of their own zone here. Draisaitl looking to get things going. He can't do it. Here's McLeod as the Capitals looking for that all-important second shot, and they will get it on the power play when they go here as the Oilers now take a penalty here. So tough go, but the Oilers will get it figured out. And the way they were controlling things early on in this hockey game, I'm not too concerned about things right now, but that was just a tough look as McLeod took some abuse there along the boards, but I think he's going to take the penalty for it as he will take a holding call here against the Washington Capitals. And friends, as we look on here, 59 hours on the stream, we're rolling along here right now as the face-off will come Ovechkin at the near side point here for the Washington Capitals as this will be worked along the boards. Brett Kulak will back, fire it along the boards here and try to get it out, lifted by Carrick down the ice, and with $1:50 to go, Darcy Kemper will have to come out and play this puck. 10:28 to go in this first period, by the way. Good news, as Karlsson will drag back down low for Lapierre, as he will try and lead through over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin quickly plays that down low, and now Ovechkin quickly hammers along the Oilers' defense, and Oshie's able to pick up this puck as this continues along near side. Now over to the point, Karlsson over to Ovechkin, not in his wheelhouse. That was a terrible pass by Karlsson, who will have to get it reset by Ovechkin. Oshie along the end wall, looking back to the point now comes for Karlsson. They're really trying to tee up Ovechkin here, as I think the Capitals power play often does, and out to play it again on the dump by Carrick is one Darcy Kemper. So here we go. Here's Sandin in behind the net. Sandin will lift out and through the neutral zone, back down low, pass near side, over to Ovechkin, rips it in. 9:30 to go in this first period, back to the point. The Capitals trying to keep this on. Ovechkin, the kind of guy that takes the full 2 minutes out there, even with the second power play unit. 9:20 to go here as the Capitals still looking for that next shot. Past the middle, here's Ovechkin looking to come up on this puck. He'll rip it off the end wall. Far side pass as the Capitals will get it back over to Ovechkin. The shot blocked in front. Secondary goal. There you have it. Second shot of the game, second goal. And the Washington Capitals have found a way to make it 2-2, 9:05 remaining here in this first part of this hockey game, as that is tough look if you're the Edmonton Oilers. Again, just failing to win battles along the boards, letting the Capitals rim it around on you, and eventually Ovechkin, even if he's not going to score the goal, is going to help you find a way, as just a tough bounce there for Stuart Skinner in net as Ovechkin rips that shot. He had reacted, and Ovechkin had kind of bit Stuart Skinner to sell out fully to stop the shot, and then by the time it bounced, him and Nurse kind of collided and ended up taking it. So 9:05 to go in this first period of play. Ovechkin draws a point. Connor McMichael has a goal, his 13th on the power play. Like Ovechkin said, he's not too worried. He's got Connor McMichael. As here's Bouchard back over now to Draisaitl as he'll lift up through the middle of the ice as the top line takes a shift here. As the pass now over to Hyman. Hyman back to the point now for Kulak. Kulak looking down low to McDavid. McDavid in front to Hyman. Shot fired. Scores! Hyman on the doorstep, number 44. And the Oilers answer right back, friends. The Edmonton Oilers lead 3-2 just like that. What did we say? 10-9? We are well on our way. At least at this point it would be 9-6. So, oh my goodness. Zach Hyman puts it home on the doorstep to make it 3-2, and this first period is absolutely blowing apart here so far as Hyman gets two cracks at it, and Kemper, looking exactly like Stuart Skinner on that last goal for the Oilers, ends up falling over on his left-hand side trying to make the save, and the goaltenders, if this is the night to take it off, both teams are going to capitalize. Wowee. That is going to be an interesting finish to this period. Just like that, the Oilers respond on their very next shot, it seems, and Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. We'll see Henrique bounce it off the boards as he'll take a shift with McLeod and Fogle backhanded over as Hyman's 44th of the season. Fogle gets this puck in the neutral zone. Ceci Kulak gets another assist, and so does McDavid. As there you have it, Kulak getting an assist paired with one. Evan Bouchard, the shot ripped by the Oilers, tipped just up over top of the net. Now passed by Fogle right into the slot. Just missed there as Kane was sniffing on the doorstep for another goal here. It's 3-2 for the Oilers. And this game's been wild. I mean, ride the roller coaster. Experience Edmonton Oilers hockey, friends. This has been a fun one so far as everybody was just about to lose it. Here's a turnover right in front. Miroshchenko tries to force it in front. Can't go. And this will be nicely batted down now by Connor McDavid with a high stick. And just like that, we will have a stoppage in play. So, Jack, welcome aboard as well. I think we've missed some folks. Everybody, welcome in if I missed you earlier on in the chat. But we are in for a good hockey game here tonight. I'll tell you that much. The furnace just kicked out, so things should quiet down. And you should be able to hear me a little bit better. But, oh, my goodness, this hockey game is going to be a blast start to finish, I think. Like I said, I was hoping the Edmonton Oilers would have a good hockey game. And this is Bottleman Bob coming in here saying this is 80s hockey. That's exactly what it's looking like so far. Peter saying that the Oilers don't have a save yet and they've given up 2 goals. Well, there you have it, right? The Oilers have no goals or no saves in a hockey game, have given up 2 goals and are still winning 3-2. Boy, that's something to behold right there. So, yeah, the Edmonton Oilers, wow, this game's been unreal so far. Washington Capitals obviously came to play, not like we were expecting them to roll over and die, but the way the Oilers started scoring 2 power play goals, you just had a sense maybe this is going to be a big game. They gave up a couple goals and then immediately responded. So I think at the end of the day, it is still very well indeed going to be a big game for the Edmonton Oilers. And here's how you can tell that was a big Zach Hyman goal. The old Zach Hyman short has a couple of views in the last 3 minutes. So that only gets views when he scores goals. And that's indeed what's happened here so far. So friends, again, welcome aboard if you're just tuning in. It's been a fun start so far to this hockey game. Let me tell you that much. As the Edmonton Oilers up 3-2. We're up to 74 hours on the stream. If you are new to the channel, I would encourage you right now to hit that subscribe button here on the stream. Would appreciate you being aboard here for everything considered on Dolynny TV. As we are obviously getting things fired up for a very important rest of the hockey game this evening for the Edmonton Oilers. It is only 3-2. As we got to hopefully get things going. So the Oilers just need to find a way to win this one 10-9, right? That's all it comes down to. Win this one 10-9 and we'd be pretty happy with tonight's hockey game as this one comes to the near side now. Picked up, fired off the boards. Picked up again by the Capitals. They'll fire down low. 7:30 to go in this first period of play as the Oilers trying their best to get things going as this will pick up for Sam Carrick. Across the line, he's got Corey Perry kind of driving the slot, and here's Perry and Carrick now tying up along the near side corner as Carrick took a hard bump along the wall. He likes that kind of stuff, so he won't be too worried about it. And this one now comes back to Darnell Nurse, who will fake the rim around the boards. Desharnais takes a big blast along the wall. 7:00 to go on the clock here with the first period as this comes back to the blue line now. And here's the thing, there's been a lot of goals in this period, a lot of energy expended early on in a hockey game. The Oilers usually don't score 3 goals until the midway through the third period lately. 6:40 to go in this first period. The Oilers strip away a puck. They've got a 3-on-2 if they want it, though the shift has come to an end. Darnell Nurse does enough not to get the whistle on Kemper. So we'll play on here with 6.5 to go in this first period of play. Capitals fire it right up through the middle. It's cut off there by the Oilers. They'll try and turn and burn through center ice as it'll be dry, so it'll kind of making a play to McLeod. Not one that necessarily was that great overall. And here's McLeod, far side again over as it's backhanded down low into the Capitals zone. The Oilers doing a good job in this hockey game so far, getting pucks in deep, I guess you could say. There's a nice play onto the tape of McLeod from Drysdale, cut off there by the Caps. It'll be again cut off by the Oilers back the other way for Fogle. Capitals regroup and fire back as we'll just go pitch and catch D zone to D zone, back to the neutral, back to the D zone here in this hockey game so far. As this one in behind with 5:50 to go. Nice pass right up through the middle. Here's CC in the middle of the ice. He's wandering around out there, kind of looking like I play defense on the old NHL video games, and ends up turning it over in behind his own net. Yep, Josh and Gillis TV there would definitely agree with that statement. As here's Kane going into the front of the net. Brown just about buried that one. Another close puck in the crease that hits his stick. 5:24 to go in the first period as we continue to wind time down. And this one will battle along the boards. The Oilers have turned over a Capital onto the puck, trying to get up. We've got a stoppage in play by the looks of it. And Cody Ceci finally frees up that puck. Connor McDavid shaking his head off the bench. I'm not sure about what, but the Oilers have come to play in this hockey game, and so too have the Washington Capitals. Just prevent shots on net tonight, and the Oilers should be able to win this hockey game, I think, is the key to success here. So it's been interesting thus far. We can all agree on that. As friends, welcome aboard. Also, if you haven't already hit the like button, I am seeing the chat moving along here quite well this evening. If you haven't hit the like button, definitely make sure to get on that, please. And thank you. We're up to 140 of you watching back home right now, and I'm telling you, Saturday night we could have quite an interesting little crowd develop for that Saturday Hockey Night in Canada matchup against the Colorado Avalanche. There was a little something that got done here this week finally. Dolynny TV's been working on a little something that'll debut up in Cold Lake on their big event in town on the Saturday night. So looking forward to seeing a couple new old maybe faces come into the stream to say hi. Noticing something up at the Bolorama possibly. So here we go, friends. Not just like that. There's 6 more likes. Thank you very much for that. You know what that does? That does the old whatchamacallit, that helps out at the end of the stream. That's what I'm trying to say. Lost myself in the previous chat. But Gillis TV, well, you guys got to stop hiring forwards when I want to play Chell. I guess that's all I could say. But hammer or bust, yeah, the old deep freeze is not the character build for me on NHL 24. I'll tell you that much. Awake, welcome aboard. Huxley, welcome aboard as well. So Flipperdo, welcome. Missed you earlier as well. But yeah, the Oilers colored shirt, that is why indeed we picked it up. I will be honest with you, that is why I ended up choosing this shirt and going out there and getting it. It was time to go out and get some new flannel, and they had this nicely Oiler colored flannel thanks to a team member at Foundry in Cross Iron Mills, and that is why we picked it up. So you like to see it. As this one will come down along the end wall. 5:11 to go. Puck played right in front of the crease and just couldn't do the job there. And it'll come back the other way now for the Washington Capitals. They'll play it down low, looking to get in along the wall. It's a nice play there from the Oilers' defensive pairing to get that going. And here's Darnell Nurse gunning up the ice rather quick, trying to get into the offensive attack with Zach Hyman. It's going to possibly work out here as the Oilers continue to roll along the wall, and it's flipped out into the Oilers' territory. Connor McDavid with 4:42 to go in this first period of play. He'll roll across the blue line, and that just hops a couple of sticks and couldn't land on the tape of Zach Hyman. Working back to the point as it comes free for the Capitals as Nugent Hopkins was out hustled to that puck. 4:25 to go is nice play there from Stuart Skinner. Puck over and picked up now by Hyman. Hyman will dance through the neutral zone, look to make the play off the bench as the Oilers are completing changes. He'll flip backhand into the near side corner. 4:10 to go in this first period. 12-2. The shots on net for the Edmonton Oilers. Capitals have scored every shot they've taken as this one fired through the middle of the ice. Backhand there by the Capitals, back in the middle of the Oilers zone, down in behind now. Stuart Skinner is coming to the corner, and here's Bouchard in behind, lost the handle a brief moment. He'll pick it up, survey the situation, pass off a Capital right onto the tape, and the Oilers are back the other way, 3-on-2. Carrick onto the tape as he will have Kulak right there in support. Here's Bouchard, shot deflects, goes up into the slot note into the neutral territory as Kulak will look to make this play over to Bouchard. Bouchard looking in the near side corner in his own zone. Looking to make the pass over to Kulak. Back from Kulak it comes as Bouchard will skate up through the neutral along the boards and firing into the far side. Down low it comes into the near side corner in the Capitals zone. Nice little tidy board play from them. We'll get out to neutral, and here's Connor Brown. Back the other way. Brown shot fired, blocked in front. Yes, indeed, that's the way that goes. It's fired to the middle of the ice. 2:59 to go to the far side in front of the benches. The Capitals across the Oilers line. Nice pick up there for Henrique, now over as it'll be Kane lumbering up the right wing, trying to get towards the net. Held off there by the Capitals defense rather well. The Oilers have 12 shots, 3 goals to show for it. Not a bad night so far as Ceci fires it off a tape down low onto the stick of Kemper, who's had an active night playing the puck so far. So too has one Stuart Skinner as this one's fired into the middle of the ice. Here's an opportunity for the Capitals, turned back by Ceci. One of those good pieces of work that he so often does when you just don't notice him. 2:20 to go as we're just going pitch and catch, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, as this is now across the line now for Warren Fogle, around to the near side for Drysdale. Drysdale to the far side point. The shot ripped by Nurse over top of the net. No goal there, and it went over top. No high stick either as they continue to try and play this puck. Both the Oilers and the Caps will be knocked down there by Ovechkin, who's been invisible since he got that assist on the goal for the Capitals on the power play to make it 2-2 at the time. Oshie down low as McLeod fires it along the wall. Back to the point. The shot now near side. Ovechkin denied by Stuart Skinner. That is a gimme for Alex Ovechkin. And Stuart Skinner, with possibly the craziest save he has ever made, robs the grade 8 of a huge goal there that would have made it 3-3 on the Capitals' third shot. Doorstep, point blank, Stuart Skinner blocker glove hand save combo to get across. Ovechkin didn't even realize that he had that much time. Unbelievable stop from Stuart Skinner, looking like a center fielder diving for the ball to his right. Comes up with the save. His first of the game is a 10-beller as this one, $1:36 to go in this first period of play. Back across into the possession for the Capitals off the face-off as that comes back to the blue line. Sorry, I'm still mystified by that save by one Stuart Skinner. That was unbelievable as the Capitals have it in the neutral zone. 12-3 the shots. We're going to get a Mattamy Holmes Edmonton ad. Mattamy Holmes down here as well, as they are taking up a lot of my screen right now. The broadcast trying its best to keep that in the crowd. Buck to go in this first period of play as the Oilers transition out of their own zone. Here's McDavid across the line. Can't get it going. And this will come back now to the near side for Bouchard, loading up McDavid in the middle. Again, cut off by Nick Dowden across. Here come the Capitals trying to tip a puck on net. Can't do it. 40 seconds to go. The puck to the near side. The shot ripped by Sandin down low into the near side corner. Back to the point. Here's Sandin again, far side. This one shot from the point. Save made by Skinner again. Another pad save. Oiler ends up in the net. 25 seconds to go in the first period of play. And friends, the Edmonton Oilers look like they will take an icing call here with 18.7 seconds to go in the first period of play, as the Oilers now have 3 saves on 5 shots from the Washington Capitals. Good news, good news. And now we will see if with 18.7 the Oilers can clear the zone and maybe go get one more shot in this hockey game. The McDavids are in the house tonight. You like to see that. 18.7 to go in this first period of play, as Cody Ceci kind of getting eager off the draw. This one bounces off. A shot fired there by Oshie up over top of the net. Ovechkin, there's the Capital, lost a stick. They're trying to maintain zone time. And here's now an opportunity for the Oilers back the other way. 3-on-3 though, as Strome was back into the play almost immediately. Stetcher backhands the puck down low. He takes a bump. He's off the ice immediately. And with 1 second to go, time ticks down. That's the end of the period. And friends, just like that, the Edmonton Oilers have, well, had a pretty interesting start to this hockey game all told, as they desperately needed to respond after giving up that second goal. They did almost immediately, and they get this job done. And Simon Marks out of 10 so far. Here's the thing, you're not asking on the Oilers side. Entertainment value all told, 10 out of 10 for the Edmonton Oilers and Washington Capitals. That save from Stuart Skinner, absolutely unbelievable. What a diving effort there from him to keep this game right where it is at 3-2. I've enjoyed every bit of this one so far, and what we're in store for the rest of the way home is pretty fantastic. Let me tell you that. We could have a pretty fun one if the Oilers decide to keep playing good scoring hockey and at least maybe tighten up a little bit defensively at the same time. 100.5 hours on the stream so far, friends. Again, what I'll do right now is encourage you to hit that subscribe button. We'll go quickly recap that first period. I'll go take a break upstairs quick, get an Oreo in me, and we'll get things going. But as we go along here, let's quickly go check this out. Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, the power play goal to start the scoring tonight. Connor McDavid from Bouchard and Draisaitl, the power play goal that got it to be 2-0. And then Ivan Miroshchenko scoring the goal that made it 2-1 on the first shot of the game for the Caps. Connor McMichael scoring the second shot of the game on the second goal for the Caps as Alex Ovechkin and Max Pacioretty make it happen. And now Zach Hyman scored only, I'm telling you, only 29 seconds later for the Edmonton Oilers, something like that. Yeah, I guess 29 seconds later. No, actually, sorry. Yeah, 29 seconds. I just don't do math well. Zach Hyman from Connor McDavid and Brett Kulak. So Connor already has a 3-point night, 2 assists. 100 assists is in, no doubt. And we'll see the Oilers go into this intermission with a, you can bet on it, 3-2 lead. Josh, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. That's the first one on the board here tonight. And I guess Josh is like, we've had an entire period commercial free because Tyson forgot. Let's keep it that way. I like it. Let's rock and roll. Thank you so much, my man. And you know I'll be getting you back come summertime. Ooh, boy. What we got planned could be a very interesting go. So, all right, friends, let's go just quickly. Run upstairs and get this going. I'll be right back, and we'll tune into what was a very interesting first period as we'll discuss it here in a moment. I'll be back in a brief 2 minutes or so. Alright, friends, let's do this intermission situation. The old stream's frozen up, so let me go refresh that. And it looks like Gene Principe has just loaded back for me. That's good news. We like to see that. That doesn't happen too often that the live stream reloads itself, but that's good news there. And we're off and running for an intermission report here on Dolynny TV, in which Hyman, Draisaitl, and McDavid all have goals. So we are liking what we are seeing so far this evening for the Edmonton Oilers, as they have definitely come through with a good effort this far. And Josh, I guess so. When I don't want to sit here and say the over, but I will tell you, the Oilers are definitely scoring goals with the Dixon flannel on. That much is for sure. JT, welcome aboard. And have we missed anything else? I don't think we have. So we're along for a good ride here tonight, friends. The Oilers doing a good job so far through one period of simply one thing: being up in a hockey game. That is all that matters. So the Oilers have to find a way now to capitalize on that, and obviously go out there and win a hockey game. So let's go here, and we're just going to quickly check the old watch time one more time here, friends, as I'm seemingly go upstairs and missed a whole bunch. Yeah, we're up to 115.94 hours. So considering we try to be at 200 by the end of the second intermission, we are flying tonight, I'll tell you that. And the Oilers hockey game so far, the Capitals with 5 shots on goal in that first period of play, 12 for the Oilers, 11-9 the hits. So again, like, there's been nothing majorly physical. Again, just the rubs and bumps along the boards that we usually see. Capitals power play and the Oilers power play, the power plays have combined 3 for 4 tonight. So special teams game defensively not so good for either team. And for the Oilers too, they've been good in the giveaway department. Washington's gave the puck away a ton so far. Takeaways are 4 apiece, and the block shots maybe the only thing so far for the Capitals going perfect in their own way, with 6 block shots thus far. So good for them. As Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, and Zach Hyman all with goals. Of course, Brett Kulak's drawn an assist. Evan Bouchard's drawn an assist. So our D-men are scoring a couple of points here tonight as well. And the biggest thing you got to watch for here in this second period is the Oilers are going to have to rely on the depth guys to play some lesser or some bigger minutes. Draisaitl played 6:55, so he's pacing about 21 minutes tonight. Zach Hyman played 7:21. He's pacing about 22. And Connor McDavid played 7:34, so he's pacing about 22 and a half. You'd like to, ideally, if you're winning this hockey game going into the second period, or into the third period actually, have that creep down below 21 apiece for each of those guys. So ideally, in this second period, you start mixing some guys in and hoping for a couple of more points, I guess, or your depth scores here in the next little bit. So. And Josh, the Pepsi, I'm just feeling something a little sweeter, as I couldn't quite decide if I wanted to drink water all night tonight. Maybe I just want to be up and going to the bathroom 1.5 million times tonight. You always know that's the thing that happens. So we'll see. As we keep going along here, is the Edmonton Oilers obviously just, like I said, the biggest thing I think we saw in that first period is that they did just enough to be winning this hockey game. That's the big part that I'm enjoying about this one. Obviously, there was that big save from Stuart Skinner, his first save of the game, absolutely unbelievable. And so players with multiple 80 assist seasons right now, as you would see, Connor McDavid is in there alongside Bobby Clark, Marcel Dion, Doug Gilmour, Jaromir Jagr, Nikita Kucherov, Peter Stastny, Joe Thornton, and now Connor McDavid. Adam Oates and Denis Savard did it 3 times. Paul Coffey did it 4 times. Bobby Orr did it 5 times. Mario Lemieux 6 times. And Wayne Gretzky, oh boy, he did it 14 times. So Connor's got a long way to go. But you know that for the Oilers, if Connor McDavid, he'll probably do it at least 3 to 5 times. So he'll be up there with whether it be Paul Coffey, whether it be Bobby Orr, whether it be maybe even Mario Lemieux. Connor McDavid will be one of the greatest to ever do it over the course of his career. That much is for sure. As the Oilers continue to just do their job here in this hockey game over the course of the weekend. Obviously taking to task the Pittsburgh Penguins and winning a hockey game there as well. So that was a huge victory. And now up 3-2 over the Capitals after the end of one. You've given up as many goals as you can afford to give up this hockey game. So now how many more can you score for us fans in the stands and back home watching? So we'll see what happens. Is this one now? We've got the women of the Edmonton Oilers brass, I guess you'd say, business side or whatever. Sitting here talking to Gene Principe is the women in hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. As we continue into this one, friends, the Pepsi Mini. See, this is the thing. Big can of Pepsi, too much Pepsi. Mini can of Pepsi, perfect amount of Pepsi. Northern Farm Girl, welcome aboard. Glad to have you in the stream for the first time in a while. As we are getting things going here in this evening's hockey game. As yeah, we're rolling along here this evening, friends. We are just about into this second period of play. We've got obviously Gene Principe's intermission stuff going on, and then we'll be ready for a hockey game to get back and up and underway. As I said, the goal scorers so far this hockey game for the Oilers and the Washington Capitals, I guess if you are like Peter or a couple other folks tuning in, cheering also for the Capitals tonight, it's Draisaitl, McDavid, Miroshchenko, McMichael, and then Hyman is the goal scoring. So 2 straight for the Oilers, 2 straight for the Capitals. The Oilers get the next one. So I wonder if the next one is coming for the coming for the Edmonton Oilers, and the run of 2 straight continues on from here. I guess that would be the only question we can really ask at this point. So the Edmonton Oilers rolling along here this evening, looking to get things going, and yeah, we should be ready to get going for this second period here in a matter of moments, friends. Stumbling and bumbling my way through the pregame really threw me for a loop. We're already an hour and 20 minutes in the live stream, and we're only into the first intermission. That seems unusual for how things have been going. Zach, welcome aboard. As we are rolling this evening, and what I can say is the Oilers just desperately need to come out and score the next goal, set the tone in this period, and hopefully give us a good outlook for a second period, because it's been interesting thus far, obviously, for the Oilers, who scored 2 goals and then instantly gave up 2 goals on the first 2 shots against of the hockey game. So you got to hope they come out with a better response here in this one. So let's go here, friends, quickly again to the old X machine and see this, as Hyman scored or has tied a 42-year-old club record for most consecutive games with a goal at home. I'm struggling. That's fine. You know the man who said it, so we don't need to worry about that. But for the Oilers, absolutely unbelievable to see Zach Hyman tying those kind of records. So see if we can continue this going here, friends. Also, if you haven't hit that like button yet on the stream, I strongly encourage you to do that. We're peaked up. I think the highest we hit on the stream so far tonight is 155. Let me tell you, we are about to gear up and probably get towards 175, 180 by the end of that second period. So we'll see where we can get to here this evening. As by the end of this hockey game, especially if we end up seeing overtime, we could see 300, 400 plus folks tuning in. So definitely want to make sure I'm advertising that like button, because that is kind of, if you're talking about Pepsi being the gateway to Coke, I'll tell you the gateway to the big time end of hockey game live stream numbers is the old like button. Fun fact. So BLG, long time no see. Glad to have you aboard. As Hyman will get 50. I think Hyman has a legit shot at 55 for the Edmonton Oilers, I'll tell you that much. In my opinion, I think he could do 55, probably no higher, but probably around 55 would be a pretty reasonable set for one Zach Hyman. So, Master, welcome aboard. Mastermind into the chat as we get things rolling here. As we got, obviously, that pregame is fizzled out here, as every pregame ever does. That's one thing I hate about the old pre-games, and that's why you don't see them very much anymore, is the pre-game, as soon as the game goes live, especially with the live stream here on the channel, pre-game up and dies almost as fast as I got it up. So yeah, tough go there, but glad to see those of you that did tune into the pre-game this afternoon from the car. Fantastic to have you aboard in the car as always. And what else do we got going on here? I don't think there's anything else, except for Mr. Connor Brown is playing game 500 of his career. And of course, if he scores tonight, that would be absolutely fantastic. At 500 games, get your goal in your 500th game. Whew. That would be amazing if he could do it. So friends, we are just moments away from getting this hockey game back underway. Logan, welcome aboard as well. As friends, we're seeing a whole bunch of folks tuning in as we are getting things going here. So hopefully we get it done here this evening for the Oilers. Sorry friends, just a little sore. You're going to see me start stretching a little bit more here on the streams, as I'm going to tell you, it's been a tough day today after going out and throwing the slow pitch ball around a little last night after work. Finally got out on the diamonds, a little patch of dry grass. I guess it was a little mushy actually, but we got out there and we were having a little bit of fun throwing the ball around. So excited to hopefully get out there and get back to slow pitch right away. I'm hearing I might have to drive up to Edmonton on the opening weekend of May. Wouldn't mind that at all. My good buddy's coming down and needs a lift back to Edmonton. You know me. Tyson's Taxi is always available for that kind of stuff. So we are going to see what we can do as things progress here this spring, friends. It was 13 degrees today. I was enjoying every bit of it as it just beautifully opened up there late in the afternoon. Beautiful sunshine. Brent, hoping for a Bush Bomb tonight. I would take a Bush Bomb tonight, as there's the McDavids in the stands again there tonight, taking it over, and there's Mr. McDavid looking regular haired as usual. And let's get this going. Tyson needs Tommy John. Oh my goodness, if I need Tommy John, we're gonna have a problem. I did, however, almost blow out my knee a couple years back. Actually, you guys wouldn't know too much about that, but when I took my year off there from doing the Oilers stuff, I did almost blow out my knee. So thankfully didn't. We're back healthy. We're good to go. And we will have a face-off at center ice. I've meandered my way through the conversation long enough. Hockey's back on the television. We're ready to go. The Oilers firing it in to the offensive zone. Nugent Hopkins getting down low. That's going to allow McDavid to reverse back near side to Nurse. Fired across the blue line. Kept in by Desharnais. That might have been offside, to be honest with you. Knowing those reviews nowadays, the Oilers have to make tidy work of this and try and score a goal here. Dribbled towards Kemper. Kept in by Nurse, pinching for a moment and then getting back fully defensively to try and get going down low over the far side. Here's Desharnais on the near side corner, as it will be worked along the boards, freed up as Nurse will have to come out and play this puck. They try to fire another quick one on Skinner. I was almost about to say Campbell, but there's been a lot of talk about Jack Campbell over the past 48 hours, so that would be why, as the Capitals are kind of just bumping the puck around. Here's a shot opening up, save made for Stuart Skinner. It goes up over top of him, and the Oilers are going to load up the attack back the other way. McDavid will get ahead of steam and then flip it just gently into the Capitals territory and head off for a change. He tried to catch him with a change up, couldn't quite do it, and here's now a rip shot through the middle Pass to the near side for Fogle across the line. McLeod is offside, and we will do the face-off outside of the Capitals end. A minute 17 into this period, and that was actually a post for the Capitals, was that? Oh, it was. Off the outside corner by Albe Kubel. You don't often see guys hit that spot from there, but a good-looking opportunity for the Capitals actually went off the post. So, yeah, I heard that one on the broadcast. I thought it was Stuart Skinner's stick. I should know better, but again, that's the hard part about only hearing certain things with the television cranked down low so far. As here's Kulak tipping one through the slot. Over to the near side wing for Fogle. Back to Bouchard. The shot drifts in. Far side goes wide, and the Oilers just about kept that onside. 18:20 to go in this second period of play, as the Oilers will continue to try and dominate things here. 6 shots for the Caps, 10 for the Oilers. Across the line, the Oilers back over to Drysdale. Can't do it. That's the other side too. Sportsnet always screws up the shots after the first period of play. Always resets going into the second. Oilers have 3 goals on 10 shots, so things not looking too bad at all here for the Oilers. Now a nice opportunity for McLeod, but there is a player down behind the play, and it looks like we will have a penalty upcoming to the Edmonton Oilers here. As Chris Knobloch on the bench looking rather concerned, trying to think things over. And Troy Stetcher will go to the box. Stetcher, not the guy you want going to the box, as he takes out the feet of Oshie and allowed the Oilers to pick up that puck. McLeod immediately whistled down, had started turning. That's why I thought maybe an injury or something in behind the play, but 2 minutes to go, and the Capitals 1 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. So a level of concern through the roof right now for the Edmonton Oilers. Simon, if you're asking level of concern 1 out of 10, I'd be telling you a 10 out of 10 right now. The Oilers need this kill desperately. 0 for 5 versus Edmonton on November 24th. That is when we started turning around the penalty kill. Is this one near side pass over to Strome. Strome down the right wing, down low into the Oilers' near side corner, looking for that pass. They've killed off 30 seconds or thereabout. Pass to the front of the net, now to the middle of the slot. Tied up by Nugent Hopkins, takes the man down on the hard stick tie, and it'll come free. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Back now over near side, as Strome will see it on offside against John Carlson at the Capitals blue line. Okay. All right. It's really not a good Pepsi at all. Here's now an opportunity for Adam Henrique, short-handed. Henrique trying to drag around Carlson, couldn't do it. 17:15 to go. Freeze it up for Janmark. Shot fired. Denied by Darcy Kemper. And the Edmonton Oilers just got their first really good look of this period, I think you could say, as that was a beautiful opportunity by Henrique to drive it against Carlson and then allow Janmark to get a wide open look. Good defensive stick there from the Caps. Obviously had the man advantage, so they were able to use it there to block that shot. And here now, opportunity for Henrique, shorthand, kicks it right onto the tape of a Washington Capitals player. And with a $1:05 to go here in this power play, the Capitals will load up and get through the middle of the ice. Here they will roll from the blue line, cross the Oilers line. Wilson drifts it onto the tape of a Capital, looking far side as Ovi, as always, blocked in front again. 54 seconds to go as the Capitals load up over to Ovechkin. The one-timer shot, save made by Stuart Skinner, and the Oilers will clear on the 93-mile-an-hour shot from Ovechkin. David, thank you so much. We're taking the cup this year. It's a bold claim, but it's one that I've also made myself, so we're not going to worry too much about that. And all of a sudden, it looks like we are going to roll through here pretty much the next, yeah, you could say it, the next period and a bit, commercial free, as we're loading up the super chats tonight. Thank you, David. Thank you again to Josh earlier. His best power plays since February 8th. It's the Washington Capitals at 32.6. And the Oilers will try and load up McLeod and Fogle in the pyramid formation, I guess you could say. 16:28 to go in the second period. Capitals were able to win that face-off As this one comes back over the Oilers line now, over to Wilson, batted back to the blue line. The shot by the Capitals drifts towards the Capitals stick, down low. Wilson looking to make the play, can't do it. 17 seconds to go. Here's another opportunity for Ovechkin. 91.6 mile an hour. He had that thing full extend. 12 seconds to go in the power play, and Ovechkin might think about going to the bench in about the next half minute, as that is just another good looking opportunity as Ovechkin gets left all alone and he wires a shot on Skinner, who's equal to the task right there. Swallowed it up with the arm, and the Edmonton Oilers will survive another shot there. 16:07 to go in the second period of play. The face-off to the right is Stuart Skinner, as it looks like Ovechkin is still out there on the power play. The Oilers will fire this down the length of the ice, and that will be a clear, which will do it for the power play. And this one will come across the line, blocked there again by the Edmonton Oilers, and now a chance for the Capitals to go through the middle of the ice, down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner across to the far side, batted off the wall. And now an opportunity for Kulak to maybe move this one out. Bats it over to Bouchard off the wall. The Oilers have the top line on the ice. Nice pass by Draisaitl. Back over to Draisaitl from McDavid. Couldn't get it through traffic. And that was a good looking opportunity again there for the Oilers. Here's a nice play by Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid down low to Hyman. Denied by Kemper. What a move by Hyman in tight. And here's McDavid dancing around down low. A Capital falling along the boards, getting lost in the digital ad boards. McDavid getting lost there too, as it comes back to the point now for Ceci, as this one goes now around over to Draisaitl. Back now for McDavid. McDavid back down to Draisaitl. A long brushes off the man. Shot fired. Save made by Kemper. Puck squeezes free. McDavid drops a cross check on the Capitals player. Don't see him throw too many of those too often. And this one will be flipped out into the neutral territory. Puck chipped off the Capitals stick, and the Oilers top line will once again load up. I guess that's the super line, the beast line, whatever you want to say. Top is what I think I used to describe it earlier. Here's Hyman down low, creating chaos against two Capitals players. 14.5 to go in this second period of play. It'll be flipped out into the neutral zone. Henrique over. 14:26 is now over to Stetcher, who's back on the ice following his penalty. Flipped up there by the Oilers and into the Capital zone. Haven't scored 10 goals in his last 12 games, as this one's now Henrique again across the line, forcing it down deep. As a nice play by Kane, frees it up for the Oilers. Back to the point. Ceci fires a shot. He had Stetcher open, but now an Oiler steals the stick right out of Henrique's hands. Here comes Connor Brown looking to make a check. Kind of stumbles on his way there. Couldn't come up with it. And now a flip to the Capitals across the line. Here's Strome back along the wall looking for the play to be made. As they'll go along to the far side looking for the pass. Couldn't make it through. And the Capitals continue to roll around here. Puck to the middle. Cut off there by Stetcher. Good defensive play to swallow up that pass to the middle. And now an opportunity here for the Oilers looking to make this play along the far side wall. The Oilers kind of swallowing up one of the players there. This one will work into the middle of the ice on the flip out to center by the Edmonton Oilers. Nice play across the line from the Caps. Oshie to the far side. The shot fired. Two players tangle up. Stetcher's covered in snow. Back to the point. The shot comes in from Sandin. There's a man in the crease on Skinner who swallows it up and suddenly has an 800 save percentage after being 0 for to start this hockey game. So the Oilers starting to get the wheels turning in a positive direction here, despite really not getting much traction in this second period so far, though. Hyman, just an unreal go there on a move against Darcy Kemper. Friends, that lands us at a commercial break 7 minutes into the period. The Oilers have been rolling so far. When you look at this here right now, we are up over 158 hours on the stream, so we are long for what is going to be a good one tonight. I will tell you that much. As we'll go into the subscribe button here. Friends, if you are new to the channel, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Would love to have you aboard for more future live streams, right? We'd love that. We'd love to hang out a little bit more. I know I'm not as interactive with the chat as I once upon a time was, but again, there is a job to be done here at the end of the day. And 159 on the stream or on the subscriber count now. I'd like to see that, as We continue along. Avery, you're loving the Oilers. Well, I'm loving the Oilers tonight myself, as things are definitely looking like they could trend in a positive direction for staying up late so far. So we'll see what we do. As JT is a Pepsi clear in the bottle. No, that's the good stuff. That's the water. Got to keep that voice lubricated throughout the broadcast. Can't just be sipping Pepsi all the time. I could dummy about probably 3 Pepsi minis a live stream easy if I wanted to do that. As we will roll into the quick update here for the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals. 13-9 the shots on goal for the Oilers. 13-11 the hits for the Caps, and the face-offs almost dead even at 12-10. And yeah, things are looking pretty much even here so far for the Oilers. Overall, other than the giveaway department for the Washington Capitals is quite out of control tonight with 8 already this evening. The 800 goal club, most goals all time. Ovechkin's 54 behind Gretzky. He just needs to find a way to get about 10 more this season and then have a 46 goal season next year. As we will have face-off 1 by the Edmonton Oilers. And this one will be across the line now for the Oilers. Janmark in tow with Carrick and Corey Perry. The shot from Desharnais, shot blocked there in front, or took a hop off of Kemper that went wide. 12:50 to go in this second period of play. Back to the point. Nurse will fire the shot directed through traffic. Connor Brown's got the opportunity to fire the puck down deep. He will. All the way down low to Janmark. Jam shot there from Janmark. It's loose in the crease. Perry comes in. Perry's going to throw some punches. And the Oilers looking to try and get something going here. And ultimately it'll shake out to be a bunch of nothing for the Oilers. As Corey Perry just kind of got that one little jab in against Farabee of the Washington Capitals. You like to see it, as that's an opportunity right in front as Kemper came out to play that puck. And then an opportunity there for Janmark as his stick was tied up. And with Kemper, he won the Stanley Cup in 22, right? He was the goalie that was in net there for Colorado throughout their playoff run. He ended up beating us there in the third round. As here's Kulak back to the point. Bouchard, the shot blocked in front, and Bouchard will tap up along the wall. And this will be flipped back into the Oilers' territory. Picking it up now, Kulak. Looking for the pass out from behind his own net. Banks it off the boards up along the wall to Hyman. Hyman across the line sees it kind of just dribble off his stick. Nugent Hopkins in chase of that puck. We'll see it flipped sky high, center ice, across the line. Tipped off the stick there of Volbe Kubel. And here comes McDavid over to Hyman. Couldn't buy a bounce there onto his tape. Unfortunately, it'll be flipped back into the neutral zone. Takes a hop across the Oilers line. Down low, Bouchard tries to flip it off the boards. Capitals able to pounce on it and turn it back down low. Kulak battling along the wall. Can't seem to free that one up. Now McDavid will come out of the zone with it. He's got Hyman in tow. And he will walk the far side wall. Yeah, he'll do that. Back to CC at the high point. And the Oilers see it bounced off the boards as Nugent Hopkins takes a hard hit off a player there in front by the Capitals. Kind of bounced right off him, in fact. And with 11:24 to go in this second period of play, Cody Ceci will get it across to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl wheeling and dealing up the wall. He's going to get in on the far side. Look to make the play here into the middle of the ice. It's stripped off his stick. Capitals reverse, and they're able to get it out to the middle of their own zone, bound off the wall and into the Oilers' territory as it goes all the way far side to Skinner. Bounces it off the wall to Stetcher. Stetcher over along the wall there now for Draisaitl, who's got a far side pass available. Shot in by the Oilers down to Kemper. And the Oilers just, again, right, this period has been much about just controlling what the scoreboard says. A 3-2 lead, defend the lead, keep it going, and maybe buy a chance or two when you have the opportunity. As here's an opportunity across the center ice line, across the blue line. Now onto the just missed the tape of Draisaitl. In fact, I thought he was definitely going to reach out and get that one, as now McLeod reverses around the boards over far side to Desharnais. Connor Brown's back on the ice here as well. as Brown will win a battle for that puck. He'll jam it off the boards. Coming over to it is Kane. He gets wrapped up with one of the players and gives him a pop with the butt end of the stick right up in the nose area, and the Capitals have iced that puck. So there you have it. As that one comes now for Stetcher, as he takes a hard pop against the boards there, and I think he's going to be okay for that, as he took a rattle, but nothing severe about that one there. And then this one from Kane kind of catches Carlson up and gets him with the stick in up top, as let's just see where he caught him, as we won't actually get the full replay in fact, and we will now instead do this face off to the right of Darcy Kemper, 5-on-5. The shots halfway through the game are only 16-10 for the Edmonton Oilers, so obviously yes, Stuart Skinner needs a couple more saves. There was about to be another icing warded off there by Desharnais, who sees an opportunity to catch the Capitals short on a bench change, but instead they end up taking an icing call to the Edmonton Oilers, and we will have another opportunity to come down deep into the Oilers territory for a face-off and see what we can do with it. As we're up to 60 likes on the stream, friend, a reminder again, if you also haven't hit that like button yet, make sure to do that here. Thanks in large part tonight to Josh and of course David. We are commercial free so far in this hockey game on Dolynny TV. Unless you just tune in, you shouldn't be getting a commercial the rest of the way, and we'll be staying that way until going just into the third period. As this across the line, Henrique to the middle, Darnell Nurse turned away near side as Kane. We'll see it batted out of the zone just past him. Nice play by Henrique to regather that puck. As this comes back to the near side in the Oilers zone, Henrique handling the puck under duress. Right in front, shot fired just wide. I don't even know how that landed on the Capitals stick, but it did. And it was a dangerous opportunity that goes just wide of the net. And we will have a puck into the bench deflection. So we will have a stoppage in play for the time being with 9:20 to go in this second period of play, friends. That opportunity for Henrique over to Nurse actually bounced off the goalie stick of Darcy Kemper and bounced over top. So tough goal right there, friends. I'm going to go quickly refill the water bottle here so as we can hopefully sit down. We'll leave you on the old subscribe ad and I'll be right back. Alright friends, my apologies. Just wanted to go quickly, refill the water bottle, get that back going as the Edmonton Oilers obviously up 3-2 midway through this game's second period. So the Oilers are rolling along here this evening. Giving up some chances, as Peter's mentioning, but we're surviving. We're going to be okay, I think. As I think the Oilers can survive no problem. And let's go here. And go over to this right quick, friends, as I want to take a quick look at that. And that will tell us, wow, we are rolling here this evening. Way above pace on usual, so I'm looking forward to maybe, hey, we could hit 300 tonight. Who knows? As the Oilers are doing their thing this evening so far, keeping it close, but also keeping it well separated, you could say, for the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals at current. The face-off outside of the Oilers zone, as they had thrown it into the bench, as this one comes near side. Pass to the middle of the ice. The Oilers cut it off there. Pass to Hyman near side. Blue line across the Caps line. He'll rush down low as he's going to try and get it going back to the blue line. Now here's Kulak over to the far side. Ovi was threatening. Not that he's got the boots for breakaways as much anymore, but he's still a dangerous guy if he gets an open look. A shot fired towards the net. Rebound in front. Scrambled, and Stuart Skinner kicked it away. 8:50 to go in this second period of play, as it's a 16-10 shot lead for the Edmonton Oilers. Brett Kulak in behind. He's playing alongside Evan Bouchard. At the end of the year, when you look at, how many minutes did Kulak play alongside Bouchard? It's going to scramble up here tonight because of obviously playing with Bouchard in a game where there was an absence in the lineup, as Corey Perry will be tangled up there along the benches. Thankfully, no too many men called there for the Oilers. 8:19 to go here in this one, as it'll be picked up now by Cody Ceci. And Ovechkin fired a shot towards the net. It deflected. Two caps collided in a save for Stuart Skinner that was way too important. Than Bouchard with a big key swat of the stick to bat it out of the way with 8:17 to go. And the Oilers doing their thing so far, as we will go for a face-off here for Leon Draisaitl to the right of Darcy Kemper. As this will be a face-off down. That will be redone between Draisaitl and Dowd, probably the two best face-off players on each team between the Capitals and the Oilers. As this face-off's won back with support from the winger for the Oilers. Shot fired towards the net, up and out of play, and we will have a stoppage there again. The face-off to the far side. Cody Ceci fired it off the stick and out, as Alex Ovechkin, obviously 9 50-goal plus seasons, as that's tied for first all-time. Power play goals, first all-time. And has only played the 39th most games in NHL history. That's interesting, of course, too. He'll rocket up that list quite a bit, I'm sure, over the next 100 and whatever he needs to get those 55 goals. But here's now the face-off for the Capitals. Nice win there by them, and they will transition out into the neutral, bounced off the boards and couldn't connect, so the Capitals forced back to their own blue line, all the way back into the slot area of their own zone, past the far side, up along the wall, and my goodness, I am in the sorry friends, I have to send a text message. And I'm going to be getting yelled at here. The Oilers in front, jammed on net. Taking it there was the Oilers' attack, and they just couldn't find a way to shove that one home on Darcy Kemper. That was a good-looking opportunity that I just about missed. Near side pass now for Kane in his own zone, trying to get out of the back half of the ice here. Is 5 goals, 2 assists in 19 games with the Oilers for Corey Perry. He's been a beast, and this will be a stoppage in play with 7:18 to go. That was a good-looking opportunity there for the Oilers, and what an opportunity in front it was. As this one comes front net, and Perry just about jammed that one home as he took the feed. And look at that play, falling down to the ice, trying to jam it off the pad of Kemper. Just couldn't quite do it, and then the extra fall at the end. That's my favorite. He takes the pop, and then he gets right up, as Corey Perry so often has over the course of his career. Far side off the face-off win for the Oilers, fired back into the Capitals' territory. 7:12 to go. It will be an icing call against the Oilers. And here's the thing, friends. It's 9:43. I'm falling asleep sitting up here right now, just because this game is starting to look more or less like the Oilers' winning formula, which is, just lull you to sleep in the second period, fire on all cylinders in the third, win a hockey game by a large score. But that's where we're at. Is this one? This one is going to be the face-off down for Carrick. One back by the Capitals. They'll fire down low to the far side corner as Darnell Nurse reverses off to Desharnais. Up along the boards it comes. Fired out into the neutral territory. Is it along the wall? Banged there by Carrick, down low further. And this one will go 6:50 to go in this second period of play. The Oilers only have 17 shots, right? That Perry shot was the only shot we've had in a long while. Stuart Skinner just about has a puck right up over top of him, right into the net, but thankfully disaster is avoided, and this is battling around here as Carrick tries to free this puck up. Nobody's doing it quite right, and this will be now picked up by Carrick, thankfully, at the end of the day, as Fogle will snatch this puck out of the air. He's looking to make this play as here's Janmark batting along the wall, like I said, the Oilers, once they start feeling comfortable in this hockey game, might start messing with the lines. And right now you got Henrique, Kane, and I think Brown's about to come out across the boards, as it looks like maybe that shift where Kane and Perry got stuck out with Draisaitl kind of threw things for a loop, as this is going to be a pass right up the middle now for Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to the far side. Look, and then cut to the middle. Didn't work out. He strips his man, and the puck fired into the crowd off the bent glass there along the boards, and we will have a stoppage in play. So, Jack, the big news of tonight is obviously St. Louis beating LA 3-1. That's massive for us all told in the standings. That ensures the Oilers gain ground on LA should they win this evening. And that would be fantastic if the Oilers could indeed find a way to do that, for sure. And as we go here, friends, I just want to give you an update on the watch time, as we are at 196 hours, just actually now crossed 200, to be honest with you. As we are rolling here this evening on the live stream, we should be well on our way to a pretty big night. 300 is definitely not in doubt at this point. So, friends, thank you so much for being aboard this evening. Really do appreciate you hanging out with me. The Washington Capitals only having 11 shots on net is somewhat concerning for both sides, considering it's a 3-2 score for the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Connor McDavid scored the goals. If you're just tuning in there on the first power play, as McDavid, Bouchard, Draisaitl combined on the second power play goal. And then Hyman, McDavid, and Brett Kulak have your goals, or have your goal for the 3-2 lead. Connor McMichael, Ivan Miroshchenko have the 2 goals for the Washington Capitals. So you like to see it, as we are, we're doing our thing. So, Brady, you're hanging out with your dog, listening. Hey, I appreciate you hanging out with me, right? That's at the end of the day, friends. This is just the perfect excuse for me to keep my play-by-play skills not necessarily sharp. Again, calling a hockey game off of television with one angle is often way too hard to do, but do properly, I guess. But keeps me sharp, allows me to get into Cold Lake once a year for a hockey tournament. Patrick and I are very much so looking forward to having you aboard in Cold Lake over on Cold Lake Ice TV coming up here at the end of March, as I'm sure we'll find a way to have some fun with some things here. And we're just rolling along for a live stream right now, as McDavid will roll here with Hyman and Nugent Hopkins on the ice. Gavin, welcome aboard. Glad to have you this evening. It is going well so far for the Oilers. I guess you could say 10 out of 10 for marks in this game, as Nuge has a steal over to Hyman. The shot scores! Zach Hyman puts it home and makes it 4-2. Hyman's got 45 on the season, 5 away from 50 this year, as Zach Hyman wires home a shot, and Mr. McDavid's like, my boy didn't score no goal, but that's okay because the Oilers did. As what a shot there from Hyman, posting in, and then Nugent Hopkins makes sure to tap it in just in case, as he ended up back of the net, did Hyman off the post, and the Oilers take a 4-2 lead. That is a huge goal right there, and you have it. So Zach Hyman scores the goal that makes it 4-2, his 45th of the year from Nugent Hopkins. Nuge scoring a big goal. You don't mind seeing that at all. Johnny, welcome aboard as well. I think I missed you earlier. As 5:47 to go in this second period, 18-11 the shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers. You knew that once another team started getting shots on net again in this period, maybe something was going to happen, and it does there for the Oilers, as the face-off will be down at center ice here between Draisaitl and the man for the Capitals. Sorry, I just really don't know the Caps at all nowadays, unfortunately. And this one freed up now. Shot fired off of somebody in front, as Hyman's 45th this season. Nuge gets the 42nd assist of his season. Puck in front, batting around in front. The Capitals tried to jam it home with the glove hand grab, as the Oilers will transition back the other way. Here's Fogle. Across to Draisaitl, coming back to Fogle. The stick disrupted there for the Capitals just in time. And then McLeod just about was able to get that one going. And this will now be picked up across, as McLeod bats along the wall, can't do it. And this one will now free up again for Bouchard, as he will look to make this happen along the wall over to Fogle. Now here's Drysdale. Drysdale on the far side looking back door for Nugent Hopkins. Just couldn't quite find him. That would have been a beautiful little tap deflection there for him. And here's Hyman on the ice again, bouncing it off the boards. Capitals come up with this puck, 4:46 to go in the second period of play. And this will be a nice check there by Stetcher. The Capitals are offside. So the Edmonton Oilers doing all the things right here in this second period to win a hockey game. And so far, so good as they look to get this job done. Ryan McLeod's got a lot of hair lately. I mean, he's got a lot of hair going. Same too with Stuart Skinner, though. As it's let off the hook there. Miss a face-off win for Connor McDavid. Pass by Stetcher over to Ceci. Ceci along the boards to Hyman, gets it down deep as here's McDavid coming along the wall, trying to pick this one up. Now Stetcher trying to battle there for it. He's going to tip it up and over, I thought over top of the glass. They're going to rule it no high stick, and it plays down on the surface either way. And this one continues along the wall here as McDavid's trying to free it up. Nugent Hopkins going to get the turnover here on a weak play by the Capitals. Streaking down the side is Ceci, feeding in front for Hyman. Just couldn't get the soft touch off the pillows of Kemper, or else the Oilers possibly would have been able to bank home another goal right there. So you like to see that for the Oilers. They continue to rack things up, friends. As I see more of you join along here tonight, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate if you very well could. And we will continue into, well, what is going to be this next bit of this second period, as we've got 4:08. This second period has taken a long dang while, I'll tell you that much. It's been a long go, this second period, compared to that first one. And now a face-off win for the Oilers. The stream freezes up, of course, and we'll probably be celebrating a goal by the time I get to watch things going here, as we'll refresh and get things back to even on the live stream here, as we're scheduled to go till 10:30 tonight. I can tell you we are going well past 10:30 this evening as the Oilers off the face-off. Here's Perry down low. He's going to get things going. And Carrick's along the wall. 3:53 to go. The Oilers get the turnover, as that was a good-looking opportunity for Corey Perry. Just couldn't bite that one through, and he will fire a dart up through the middle of the ice. Just couldn't find a tape, and 13-6 the scoring chances for the Oilers. The Oilers have had a pretty good, solid hockey game here tonight so far. That is for sure. As here's Carrick along the wall, back down to Nurse with 3:27 to go in this second period of play. Perry plays it off the boards and now picked up by Desharnais. He'll fall to the ice, look for the backhand pass over to Nurse, and Nurse will back over to the near side boards. Tipped in there and off the wall. Never really actually hit an Oilers stick. And it will be nice and cold with 3:13 to go in this second period, friends, as we are rolling. And Vortex, welcome aboard, as we need to close it out and move on to the Avs. That's just it for the Oilers. If they can find a way to get this effort done in the third period. Obviously, we've kind of lulled the Capitals to sleep here in this second period of play. We've scored a goal. Now we just need to score two more and make it a big-time separation by the end of the third period. But we are still just whistle to whistle here in this second period. 3:04 to go in the second period. 20 shots now credited for the Edmonton Oilers. And 1-2, the Oilers are going to see Zach Hyman score at least 50 goals this year. I think Zach Hyman, like I said earlier, has a shot to score 55. Again, another goal tonight would definitely cement that in my mind. Here's the face-off. Now to the near side boards in the Capital zone. One back to Kulak. Kulak has had a good night alongside Bouchard, filling in for Ekholm. Right, it's obviously coming into the lineup is Stetcher, making his Oilers debut. He hasn't done much, taking a couple of hard pops, and obviously as well taking a penalty. But Brett Kulak's drawn an assist. He's played some steady Eddie defense, and Evan Bouchard's been able to play his game alongside a different defender tonight for the Edmonton Oilers, as with 30, 24, and 9, 3 points out of the second wild card are the Caps. It's not like they're a terrible hockey team, but they're also not that great so far. As it's going to be off the wall, trying to battle there. The Oilers trying to get this job done. Henrique will fire out into the neutral territory. Kane's lumbering for the puck, and I always say lumbering with Kane. Just the way he skates, it just seems like once you get that train, right, the Kane train, going, it seems to get going pretty fast. So Evander Kane always working up. Same with Draisaitl, just their skating styles. They seem to take so much to get going, and then all of a sudden they're flying. Is it an icing call there for the Oilers off of Leon Draisaitl? So how many goals this season by Hyman were assisted by McDavid? That would be the super stat to see, Josh, at the end of the year. Is I think for a lot of them, Connor McDavid's drawn a lot of assists on it. Right, Nugent Hopkins draws the assist on that one. He has 2 points this evening. Spencer Carberry, the head coach of the Washington Capitals, he has seen his team down 4-2 with $1:59 to go in this second period, and it has been whistle after whistle in this second period so far. As it's batted off the boards right in front for the Capitals. Open net, they missed the spinorama pass. And then Kane couldn't get the pass out of the zone as Fogle on the ice there on that icing call still, as this will be worked now to Carlson. The shot far side pass over to the Capitals attacker. I think that might have been Ovechkin actually. And there's a penalty upcoming, a cross-checking Minor in front to TJ Oshie, who's chasing down the official here. He wants words with him. He wants to say what is going on. And the Oilers will get a power play to end the second period. That's usually when the Oilers get power plays, is at the end of periods. And you see here TJ Oshie comes back at Kulak, and then right again, if he doesn't do it in that spot at the top of the numbers, he probably doesn't get called, as that is a tough penalty to take in front for the Washington Capitals. And the Edmonton Oilers can, for all intents and purposes, put this hockey game to bed, so long as Stuart Skinner can make a couple more saves in this one, as the Capitals will get their instructions from the linesman. And here we go, as this one will be picked up by the officials for the face-off to the right of Kemper? Yeah, right of Kemper. This will be now an opportunity from one back by the Oilers. Bouchard off the draw. Shot drifted down low, blocked in front. Bouchard drifts it back down low again, and the Capitals are able to steer it out down low into Stuart Skinner, as this one will now be picked up by Bouchard. $1:19 to go in the second period here, friends, as this one's got to get this going. Over now for Connor McDavid, down to Nugent Hopkins. Over, far side to Draisaitl. Draisaitl along the wall, back down low to McDavid. Bouchard wheeling and dealing over to Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard, back to McDavid, back to Bouchard, back to McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. Back to Draisaitl. Scores! Bouchard from the point. It was Draisaitl with the hesitation, and Bouchard on the shot wires it home. Y'all came for a Bouch bomb tonight? Well, you got it, as Evan Bouchard scores the 5-2 goal on the power play. The power play makes short work, and they're back to shooting the puck. And Bouchard, Draisaitl hesitated there for a second, and Kemper, looking like Kelly Rudy in net, ends up going down in weird fashion, and Bouch fires the shot home. And watch Kemper on that replay. It is the funniest looking fall to the butterfly I've seen a goaltender do in a while, as I guess Kemper had gone back to his knees. And that is Kelly Rudy-esque in net there for Darcy Kemper. Not meaning like Kelly Rudy was a bad goalie and got beat like that all the time. It's just the way Kelly Rudy played the crease as compared to how modern NHL goalies play the crease. That's quite the difference. And with 38.5 seconds to go in this second period, what a shot in front. And oh no, did it tip off of Hyman? Did it tip off of Hyman? They're showing replays here. It might have hit Hyman. Oh my goodness. If that hit Hyman in front, he celebrated like it did. Troy Stetcher takes another tripping call. but it looks like that might have hit Hyman for the hat trick. 46. Shot save made by Skinner. He sprawls out in the crease to make that save, by the way. And my goodness, okay, good work there by Stuart Skinner, and that will be an offside at the Oilers line. The Capitals immediately back to the power play, right? Make-up call, but Stecher again, tough night for Troy Stecher in his Oilers debut, as he's not at all happy with that, the way the night's going. 25.3 as Zach Hyman has scored his 46th goal of the season here. And I'm sorry that I was kind of talking about 55 because I think Zach Hyman took that personally. As Bouchard will draw an assist, Drysdale as well. The shot fired, save made by Skinner. And the Oilers are back to play in their own zone here as they have to defend against the attack of the Washington Capitals. This one hops up off a stick to the far side and out of play as time expires. There you have it. So the Oilers will get the hat trick goal from Zach Hyman, his third of the night. Right now still credited on Sportsnet to Evan Bouchard, but as far as we can tell on the broadcast feed, it will indeed be Zach Hyman who scores the hat trick goal. You don't mind that at all. He knew it pretty much right away alongside Evan Bouchard. Whew, what a period. That was eventful. I guess that's the way to put it. That was eventful. Friends, 235, 236 watch time on the stream here. So we're rolling along. I'm going to quickly run upstairs. Like I said, I tried to run upstairs, but knew I was running out of time. So I'll be right back here in a brief moment. All right, friends, we are up for a commercial break and obviously as well an intermission break as the Oilers, well, they're up big 5-2, as they said a moment ago, dismantling the Washington Capitals here in this hockey game. So the Oilers, David, I'm enjoying it as well. They have done well so far and hopefully make good on it the rest of the way home here in what has been a fun hockey game to watch thus far. As been a good game so far. And right now, as we see as well, friends, we'll take one more look at the watch time. I just want to keep an eye on that because right now it says 2:42, so 2:50 going into the intermission more or less. Pretty incredible here tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out with me. And Waffle, why can't we see the game live? Well, A, the game isn't live right now. We're in intermission, but secondarily as well, I can't show the game live due to copyright restrictions, to be honest with you. That's the issue. Is I would get first off, my live stream taken down by the NHL for live streaming their intellectual property, and then B2, based on being whitelisted by the NHL, right? Like the NHL has said, what I do is fine, and I have a free pass to do it as much as I want. If I stream their copyright material, it's kind of an unspoken thing that they could technically sue me for it too, so we don't want to go there. Let's just say that. As let's get this going here, friends, as we're rolling along. Gaming, in terms of being in Edmonton, I am down here in southern Alberta, unfortunately, so being up in Edmonton ain't quite my strong suit as much as I wish it was. One day I will be back in Edmonton. That will be probably the end-all be-all of how this all shakes out for this Edmonton Oilers situation we got going on here on the channel, but we'll await that day coming one day soon. So we continue to roll along here on the stream, friends. To recap that period so far, it was Draisaitl from McDavid and Nugent Hopkins to open the scoring, then McDavid from Bouchard and Draisaitl to make it 2-0, and now the nose is going to get itchy here. And then Miroshchenko unassisted, McMichael from Ovechkin and Pacioretty on the power play made it 2-2, and then Hyman from McDavid and Brett Kulak made it 3-2, so Kulak draws an assist on the quote-unquote top offensive pair for the Oilers. And then you have Zach Hyman scoring 2-3 possibly goals on a straight, as he goes Nugent Hopkins on the next assist, and then possibly Bouchard and Draisaitl on the next assist. But it was indeed Evan Bouchard who shot the puck from the point and might have as well scored. It would be McDavid's 4th point of the night if the goal holds up for Bouchard. If not, it'll be Draisaitl's 3rd point of the night and Bouchard's 2nd. So we continue along here, friends, rolling through as we see, well, our friend Ryu joining the stream here. As Ryu, welcome aboard as well. And we are rolling here, friends, as 4-0 the final for the Minnesota PWHL squad over top of Boston. Zach Hyman scoring a big goal there for the Oilers, and he's scored a couple big goals so far tonight for us. So we'll see what he has in store the rest of the way home, as I'm sure he'd like to score a whole bunch. Hyman might get credit for the hat trick. The Oilers are 3 for 4, including a failed first attempt tonight. They were unsuccessful in the previous 8 chances. First unit hadn't scored in 20 tries. 5-2 Oilers after 2 periods from D&B on X. So you're liking to see what the Oilers have done so far, friends. Hopefully we can continue to get this job done here tonight, and then we can go and win this hockey game. As what has been a great game, Margaret, I do very much so agree, for the Edmonton Oilers. So just to take a look here, friends, one thing to tell you about, if you haven't already hit that like button, make sure to do that if you've just joined up this evening. And as we go here, 5.75, we are officially over 250 hours, so everything down the stretch is bonus time on the stream tonight. Like to see that. Thank you for being aboard, friends, and we have done it in convincing fashion tonight. 5-2 over top of the Washington Capitals. So what do we got? Anything else we need to know? 5-2 after 2. I don't think there's much else to really go out there and talk about for the Edmonton Oilers right now. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we're doing pretty good so far. Ollie Rodriguez net for the Bakersfield Condors. As Patrick and Chris are out at the hockey game this evening, getting the Brick Best seats going this tonight. And as we continue here, I think we're just about good, as that's it's a Desharnais photo from earlier tonight. Connor Brown, it's his 500th game in the NHL. And I don't think there's anything else we need to be too worried about here, as I think we're yeah, I think we're good to go. So we're fine. As yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really really mention about this hockey game, is there? Stuart Skinner, save of the season, save of his career maybe, in terms of regular season. That was pretty impressive there from Stuart Skinner, what he did to obviously make the first save of the hockey game. And he ended up saving an absolute amazing shot from Ovechkin, but a good save from McDavid is able to get things going. And Mr. Doom, I think we're all going to have to stick through it. Peter, I'm feeling most for you tonight. It is now past midnight out east on a Wednesday night for a regular season game, and Peter's hanging tough with us, I assume, here tonight. As that's a tough assignment out east, having to watch the Capitals at 12 a.m. Well, 12:09 or 12:10 a.m. now. Tough go. And it is, of course, 11 o'clock in Manitoba as well, Margaret. So some tough assignments here tonight, but we're all going to plow through it and get it done. Obviously, if I can stay up playing Shell till midnight every second or third night, guy can afford to stay up watching an Edmonton OILERS game, right? That's what we'd figure. As, yeah, we'll continue to roll here, friends, into the rest of this hockey game's third period here in a matter of moments, I'm sure. It's Bob, Craig, and Gene on the desk right now. And yes, it is. Summer is on its way. So we're going to get this going, staying up until this game is over. I like it, Peters. We are going to see a big drop-off, I'm sure, as soon as the game comes to an end. I don't even know if I'll bother with a post-game edition tonight. Honestly, it might just be a, hey, we won. These are who scored. Glad for it. Let's go. And we'll call it a good night after 2.5 minutes on the post-game show, because Patrick is live from Rogers Place this evening. So if he gets things fired up early, I want you to be able to tune in from Rogers and see him hanging out. So we are just about up and done here this evening, friends, for the second intermission, and then we will roll into this third period of play. 2,696 views on the stream this evening. So when you talk about how we got there, actually a little bit more economical than usual, to be honest with you. Usually it's about that 3,000 view mark that we end up hitting 15,000 minutes, but instead tonight we're a little early ahead of schedule, and thanks to that we get to hang out and enjoy a kind of relaxing finish to tonight's hockey game, one that we don't have to stress too much about the numbers. We can just let the numbers be the numbers, and the OILERS score some more hockey goals for us tonight, as the OILERS TV intermission report is on the Jumbotron at Rogers Place. We've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go until the game gets back underway here in this third period of play. We got some interesting notes here on Alex Ovechkin, the Washington Capitals super sniper, as he's denied by Stuart Skinner on what was probably the goal to bury the OILERS in this hockey game. But thankfully for the OILERS, it was a good opportunity for Stuart Skinner to make an absolutely unbelievably incredible save, as there's a whole bunch of highlights here now for the OILERS, or for the Capitals. They're showing Ovechkin scoring goals here, as he scores a bunch of goals from in tight and from far out, and he's a pretty good sniper. And you want to come say hi, buddy? You want to come say hi? Yeah? Come on, little bud. Come here. Come on. No, don't play shy. Don't play shy with me, you brat. As we're going to have a chance to dirty up the old shirt now, the new shirt. I guess the old shirt now is we'll get the little three-legged guy up here. Of course, you know it's close to playoff time when the little three-legged guy's coming. He's fighting me, though. He doesn't want to hang out. No, he doesn't want to be on camera tonight. All right, bye, buddy. As he fought me the whole way, as that almost ended badly for me. Of course, we see the OILERS will have time to penalty kill to start this hockey game. The goal is still officially Bouchard from Drysdale and McDavid. But technically right now, 1:04 of penalty kill time for the Edmonton OILERS. And that kitty flashback lasted about as long as it possibly could. And here's the opportunity for the U of A Golden Bears to win this hockey game off the boards. Is a beautiful, oh my goodness, they were talking that up big time. And that was as beautiful as it looked. And then the overtime winner here as well. That's just a beautiful play to the middle, and then the goaltender going over top over it. And yeah, the old U of A Golden Bears in the lockout season, I believe, scoring a pretty big goal. Bob Stauffer reminiscing about that, and we like it. So we've got Craig McTavish looking lost on the panel there for a brief moment. He's like, oh boy, what are we doing? As we'll see the Oilers fans rowdy for this one here tonight. Everybody all fired up for a big hockey game. And Margaret, am I taking Benadryl? Well, as long as I don't touch my face immediately and I wipe the cat energy off me, we should be good to go. As yeah, we'll be good. And they're watching. This is the Planet Fitness Sasquatch commercial that I don't get to see. As there we go, I touched my face. But yeah, we're gonna take this next period and do this job well. The third period is upcoming, and the Oilers just need to deliver home a victory now. That's the end of the day. All it comes down to is the Oilers need to find a way to win this hockey game as best as they can, as that would be fantastic if they could. And yeah, we don't have too much longer to go now. Only about 3 minutes until this hockey game gets back underway. Sorry, friends, it is a late night. It was a long day at work, and it's been a late night so far. But we continue to roll along here tonight, and we should be ready to go for a good finish to tonight's hockey game, one might think. And we will see what the Oilers can do with it. Obviously up 5-2 going into the third period. You know, you score another goal, it's 6-2 and it's pretty lopsided. You score 2 more and it's a blowout, and you score 1 more after that and it's an absolute spanking of the Washington Capitals. So we'll see what they can do here. But the Oilers just have a little bit of a hockey game left ahead of them. Just manage it, and I think we'll be fine. That's the big thing. The Oilers just have to manage it down the way, and we will be just fine. So we'll see what they can do. As we've got just a little bit left to go here. Hearing the cat cry in the other room. Does that all the time. As these commercial breaks are taking longer than usual tonight for some reason. But what do we got? 21-15 the shots on goal, I guess. 21-14 the hits for the Washington Capitals. 21-20 the face-offs for the Oilers. 3 for 4 on the power play are the Oilers. 1 for 3 are the Capitals. So the Oilers came and got a couple clutch kills. 13-7 the giveaways for the Capitals. So it's been a bad puck management night, and they've been bailed out being able to make some block shots all over. And I'd love to see the chances after 2 periods of play, because I assume for the Edmonton Oilers they have had the better majority of this hockey game all told when it comes through it all in the advanced analytics. So looks like we may have an advertisement for UFC Fight Night on Saturday, March 16th. I know where I'll be, and it will not be streaming on Sportsnet Plus. It will be instead just a regular old Oilers live stream on a Saturday night. Nothing much happening here, so we'll get going as Jack and Louie get things fired up here. Calvin Picard's in behind Louis DeBrusque alongside the security guard, talking things over with himself, it looks like. Security guard's about to move out. As Louis DeBrusque looking like he's got the TV makeup on tonight. All well even out on the face, and seeing what he can do. As a Gillis TV, welcome aboard. Glad to have you back. As we are about to rock the rest of this, as Zach Hyman knows that hit him. So he's pretty sure he scored a goal there, and yeah, he knows he just capped off a hat trick right there. So I wonder if when the goal's announced that the fans will rain down hats on the ice, because that's a hat trick that's hatless so far for the Edmonton Oilers and the fans in the stands. So Zach Hyman doing the job right there, and tonight obviously scoring a bunch of goals. He's going to see the face-off at center ice here, as the Oilers will get to the penalty kill. 20 minutes to go, $1:22 to go in the power play for the Washington Capitals. As I was incorrect at $1:04, not 100% sure why, as we're back underway. Darnell Nurse, 5 seconds into the period, wires it down to Darcy Kemper. And friends, we've got 20 minutes to go here in this hockey game's third period, and then we're up and done for the night. As the Capitals will get across the line, Strowman to the far side, bounces it off the boards. Here's Nurse getting into the battle there, trying to tie it up as Nugent Hopkins doing his best. 19:34 to go in this third period. The Capitals to the near side, cut off there by Adam Henrique, fired down the length of the ice all the way into Darcy Kemper. 46 seconds to go on the power play now for the Capitals, as they will turn back and get started in their own end again through the neutral, leading ahead into the Oilers' end, off the wall, trying to battle there. It's Connor Brown's former team, the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin rims it back down low. Far side it comes again, back to the middle. Oshie, far side pass to the boards. Capitals just playing pitch and catch in the Oilers zone again, looking like the Oilers power play of late there prior to tonight's game. Over to Ovechkin, he can't cue it up, and now the Capitals miss another pass, and the Oilers are able to pounce on it to kill even more time. And starting away, here's Connor Brown alongside Matthias Janmark. Brown just shoot the puck. Instead he flips it right up into the body of a Capital, and it's going to lead to an opportunity back the other way for the Caps, who will dangle around the defenseman Bouchard, jamming it on net, goes up over top of Skinner to the near side boards. The Caps have it, as this will be fired in the middle. Shot, save made by Stuart Skinner, kicking out the pad instinctively. And now Connor Brown, after a failed attempt to shoot that puck, will have to get this going here. So down behind, Bouchard has the puck. Hyman, McDavid, and everybody joins the ice here. As Bananas back in the chat as this comes up the ice, over across for the Oilers. Draisaitl on net, shot fired, save made there, wired on by McDavid, missed. He takes a man down, no call there, but Draisaitl will touch the puck, and there will be the call, as McDavid can't believe he got called on the follow through on the trip, but it is what it is. And Henrique there ate a puck up high. That's a tough spot to eat a puck. And he will go down the tunnel almost. Yeah, he goes down the tunnel immediately, and TD4s follows him. So Adam Henrique in his home debut down the tunnel. And you look here as well for the Oilers. You've had Troy Stecher take 2 tough penalties on tripping calls. And yeah, it's been tough. And SMC, no, appreciate you being aboard. Always good to see support for OAD as well. Doing good work over there. Obviously giving you that other option to me, and I appreciate having 2 sources, because that means there's somebody to bounce back and forth between, and I appreciate that. So awesome. Thanks for hanging out for the time being, SMC, and we'll hope OAD the rest of the good night so far, as things are going to roll to a good finish here this evening. 17:50 to go in this third period. 2-minute power play for the Caps, as Alex Ovechkin will try and load up the attack here. 22-16 the shots on goal for the Oilers. Ovechkin looking to score the big goal, as this will be a face-off down, tied up there by the Capitals, fired out by the Oilers down the length of the ice. Now back to Darcy Kemper, who will have to run interference, and then Carrick just says, well, if you're not going to get out of my way, I'm at least going to touch you. And here's now a puck back to Ovechkin. He'll fire it down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner will look to fire this one off the boards. Fired out by the Oilers all the way down to Kemper. $1:34 to go in this first third period of play, as 17:20 to go in this period total. And this one will come across the line back to the middle of the ice. Nobody was home. $1:20 to go in the power play now, as time continues to wind down on the Capitals. They are struggling. 17:03 to go in this third period. Puck across the line, fired back the other way, and this is going to be in pursuit. Warren Foegele against one. Darcy Kemper, he wires it up to Ovechkin. Far side pass in the Caps zone. Near side back out to Pacioretty. Pacioretty across the line, now picked up. Here's an opportunity towards the net. Shot fired. Goes wide, now picked up again by the Caps, but Nice deflection at the blue line there by the Oilers. Is able to steam ahead Darnellers, who will bat off the end wall. Janmark looks to the near side, pass to the middle there, an opportunity to get this back down low. The Oilers do. 16:25 to go in this third period of play. 30 seconds remain in the power play for the Edmonton Oilers. And this will go to the far side now for Ceci. Along the boards, tied up there by Washington with 20 seconds to go in the Oilers zone. The power play commences again for Washington. Back to the blue line now, looking for the pass over to Ovechkin. The one-timer of the shot fired just over top, and I mean Ovi has not looked like Ovi tonight so far. As this comes back now, picked up by Ovechkin along the wall. He'll bat it free, picked up by the Oilers, and it comes back out of the blue line and picked up 2-on-1 the other way. Here's McDavid looking to make the pass over. Can't get Janmark. Should have shot that instead. 15:38 to go in this third period. Sandin's back through the middle. He's across the line. Checked off the puck, and now the Capitals will work this one along the wall again as time is expiring here on the Capitals quite heavily, as Hyman's back out there alongside McDavid and Draisaitl. Puck played back down low into the Oilers' end. It's 50-50 pot at 650,000. Simon's going to bat this off the wall. He's taken down. Picked up now by Miroshchenko to the middle of the ice. Cut off there by the Oilers. Here's Hyman across to McDavid with Draisaitl in flight. Off the skates of Hyman. Draisaitl looks to bat this off the wall. Can't do it. And this will come free to the far side. Kept in just barely by the Oilers. And here's Draisaitl. Now got the puck back down low. It comes over to McDavid. McDavid looking to make the play. He'll back off to the blue line for Kulak. Shot save made by Kemper. Another uncomfortable looking one for Darcy Kemper. And it's flipped out into the neutral territory. Poked off his stick. Back to McDavid. McDavid coming across the line. Chucked off his stick. There's a stick goes flying into the corner. Not sure whose that was. 14:22 to go in this third period of play. Strome across the line. Far side pass. It goes down low. And we've got Stuart Skinner out of the net with 3 Oilers deep. Yikes, I don't like seeing that. But again, end of the day, well, it is what it is. And it will be a non-icing call there against the Oilers, so that we continue to play on here. Suddenly this puck's just rolling around, keeping going. Shot off the shoulder, a Skinner save made. Oilers see this one batted out of the zone. 13:55 to go. Time is just winding down here fast in this third period. Plus 24 goal differential for the Oilers. Shot one-timer, drifted wide by Oshie. Thought that was going to be Ovechkin for a second. Here's Kane trying to get across the line. How about this now? A nice play to the middle there for the Oilers. Couldn't do it. Down low it comes to John Carlson, who will pick this puck up with 13:30 to go in the third period to play across the line, as it's cut off by Vinny Desharnais. We are still playing without a whistle here in this third period stretch for some reason, as this all of a sudden opened up really nicely here for the Oilers and Caps. I like killing this much clock at once, as McLeod back to Fogle as we continue to roll around end to end here, as Desharnais will drive back down deep into the Oilers end, bounce off the boards, turn it over to the Caps. They're offside, and what seems like 2 minutes later, that will end the play without a whistle. Following the offside against the Washington Capitals. So we like to see it, friends, as well. You see Gillis TV in the chat. If you haven't hit the subscribe button over on Gillis TV, you gotta make sure you go out there and hit subscribe to Gillis TV tonight. That much I can say for sure. As we continue to roll along tonight, and as we take a look here, I want to just take a quick look at the watch time one more time, as it looks like we continue to roll here. And how about that, up towards 296.4. So friends, 300 hours of watched on the stream. We are in for a good finish here tonight. Thank you for being aboard as always. Appreciate you hanging out with me. For some reason the old Tyson Dolynny calls Cold Lake Hockey. Oh, that's because of the pinned chat at the top there. If you also haven't had a chance to check out the pinned chat, I would encourage you to do that for sure, as it's been a good time to be able to promote that once again. So Evan Bouchard looks like his goal will stand. Bouchard with another one here this evening, and 45 goals for Zach Hyman this season. Things you love to see for the Edmonton Oilers. Friends, we're 18 likes away from 100 on the stream. If you haven't hit that as well yet, make sure to do that. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Connor McMichael, Ivan Marchenko, Zach Hyman, and Evan Bouchard are all your goal scorers in this game in what has also been a heavily penalized affair. I mean, a grand total so far for the Capitals of 8 penalty minutes, and so too for the Oilers, 8 penalty minutes in this hockey game. So penalty kills have been tested. The Oilers at a 75 kill rate here tonight, so we are good. So had to smash the subscribe button and do the narrating. Well, appreciate that. Again, it's sloppy at times due to watching on TV, and then I distract myself. But how about this? The Capitals going to fire it in off the face-off win. Back down low, it comes to Vinny Desharnais. He'll battle along the wall to Ovechkin near side corner in the Oilers zone. Up off the wall, far side, shot drifts down low as Nurse will battle along the wall, try and free it up. The Oilers do. They're going to transition out rather quick. Here's Fogle to the attack. He'll leave it along the boards for Draisaitl. Takes the bump from the Capitals defense. Then he's trying to outweight them to make their move. And back the other way, the Caps come on a nice little stick check there by Fogle. Across the line, the Oilers are on the attack. Here's an opportunity for McLeod. Shot fired up and out of play. And McLeod made a beautiful play at the blue line right there with 12:24 to go in this third period of play. Friends, this is going to be interesting to see if the Oilers can kind of add to this lead, right? I want to see them score one more goal. Not that I feel unsafe with a 5-2 lead with just over 12 minutes to go in the third period nowadays, but it is just a simple fact. We've scored a bunch of goals tonight. Why not get 6, right? Why not go get that next one? Go get the next one. And that's always the mentality the Oilers are going to need to have in the playoffs to win a lot of hockey games. So here we go. This is going to be a face-off won by the Washington Capitals. It comes back into the Oilers' end. CC's out to play it by Skinner, but Skinner actually played it with the stick. And it's going to now be scrambled up at the blue line as it comes to the near side. Force CC on the clean breakout play as he'll fire down the length of the ice to Kemper. Kemper out to play it. Both goalies touch it within 20 seconds. And 11:55 to go in this third period of play is 24-16. The Oilers lead the shot advantage, and here's now Kane down the wing. The shot fired! He wired that one. It goes up and out of play, but what a shot there from Kane. And I don't know if that hit the post or the side of the net, but that was a good-looking opportunity. As Connor Brown's also out on the ice in game number 500. But that one for Connor Brown, what a pickoff there. I missed that as he backtracked beautifully and got Kane going in motion. And then by the time he had gotten back into the play, Kane was already eliminated from that. So 11:44 to go in this third period of play. Connor Brown, he's been fighting it all season long, but he's getting closer by the game, it seems. And 13 comeback wins for the Capitals this year, 5 when trailing in the third period. I just don't think it's happening tonight against the Oilers of all teams, unfortunately, for the Caps. As this comes back down low to McDavid. McDavid working along the wall, trying to get the job done. He freed it up, but the Capitals are able to get it out of the zone as Pacioretty along the left wing will fire off a Kulak. Comes back in the neutral zone, back down low. Overskating it is the attack or the defender for the Capitals, and the Oilers were to the attack almost immediately as McDavid got the steal, but the Capitals were able to force him out of the zone. And this is where this sloppy, slalom to sleep kind of hockey is going to be successful for the Oilers down the stretch. Is you need to keep goals off the board. Nice save from Stuart Skinner right there on a short side shot. You need to keep goals off the board, but you also need to do just enough to do the job. So 10:53 to go here in this third period of play. 25-17 the shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers. Down low it comes to Stuart Skinner. Far side as the Oilers continue to try and roll this off the end wall. Ovechkin's now aiding the Caps attack down low, but it'll be picked up instead by Sam Carrick, and the fourth line's on the ice now. Shot fired by Nurse as he fires 90.3 mile an hour wrist shot more or less. That's wild from Nurse. And here's now freeing up center of the ice in the slot for Janmark. He was tied up too little too late. And Corey Perry's having to play defense here because Darnell Nurse pinches the second time. That's okay as Ovechkin will fire it in. Glove hand save for Stuart Skinner. It's one of those odd times it didn't pop in and out of the glove of Stuart Skinner. And here's now Draisaitl loading up as the second line will take another shift. Across the line, here's McLeod over in behind the net, reversing the Draisaitl far side boards. Fogle one-timer off the skate of Darcy Kemper. Good looking opportunity there for the Oilers as Fogle will play back down low, now picked up by the Capitals. Trying to fire it out, can't do it. 9:38 to go. Miroshchenko will fire it back in. This comes along the wall over to McLeod, now picked up by Fogle as he takes the spill. Draisaitl in on net himself. Fires the shot, flubs it up on Kemper. Almost fooled him, couldn't quite do it as Ceci drifts a shot right in front for McLeod. Shot, scores! Fogle gets the goal. I thought it was McLeod in front, but that was a tic-tac-toe kind of goal. There was a couple extra passes there, and the Edmonton Oilers find the back of the net to make it 6-2 just like that. You'll love to see it. 9:17 left in this third period. And that was one of those pucks just kept bouncing around the zone. The Oilers won a battle down low. Nice little play by Fogle. Ceci directed it off the skates of Fogle. Back to Draisaitl, back to McLeod, back to Fogle. And that ends up going back of the net. Again, similar to that Hyman goal. Post back of the net. And the Edmonton Oilers lead 6-2 on Fogle's 15th of the season. Now, if you would have told me the way Fogle started the year, he would have 15. I might have believed you, but the bigger thing here is that Ryan McLeod has some more assists on the year. And here's Connor Brown breaking free. Brown to the front of the net, trying to jam it home. Connor Brown scores! No way. Is that Brown or is that Kane, baby? Is that Brown or is that Kane? You got to be kidding me. That's got to be Connor Brown. That's got to be Connor Brown. He has scored the goal in game 500 of his career. The Rogers Place standing ovation for Connor Brown. The building erupts. Connor Brown has scored 7th goal of the game. The monkey is off the man's back. The biggest smile you've seen all season. How good does that feel? Kane banks it in off of Brown. You saw it developing. And the Oilers get the job done. Wow. Connor Brown takes it to the net, and finally you knew he wasn't going to shoot it in. He banked it in, and if I've seen a look of relief in my lifetime, it's that. What a pass there from Evander Kane to get it off the skates of Connor Brown and in, and he knew it the whole way that he had scored the goal. It finally happened. Patrick, I know you aren't listening right now because you're celebrating Connor Brown's goal. Glad you're in the building, right? We knew it was going to take you being in the building to catch Connor Brown's first goal. He had scored against New Jersey when we were up in the Sportsnet Lounge. But, unreal. As that is Connor Brown's first goal. As that is fantastic for everybody. As the Edmonton Oilers finally get that Connor Brown goal. And everybody is saluting Connor Brown right now. A standing ovation from the Edmonton Oilers faithful as Connor Brown's soaking this in. Everybody has waited so long for this, and he has taken every little bit of this moment to enjoy as he's got a huge smile on his face. And this is a special moment right here at Rogers Place. I don't know what the delay is getting this back going, but wow, Connor Brown gets a moment to celebrate this. As he gets back to the game face, that feels way better than it ever should have. But Connor Brown's got his first goal of his career as an Edmonton Oiler. 3 minutes off, Ace. Split it right down the middle, but we'll take it. Connor Brown gets the job done. A nice play by Evander Kane to fire it off his skates. And the proper salute there by Oil Country. I know we've all kind of hated on him, said what we said about him, but hey, we're going to be right there to celebrate his success when it finally comes. The shot fired by the Capitals towards the net, denied by Stuart Skinner. Evander Kane, Adam Henrique get the assists, and Connor Brown scores the goal for the Edmonton Oilers. You love to see it. That's exactly what I want to see. A 7-2 over top of the Washington Capitals right now. And the floodgates have opened for Connor Brown. That's the big thing, JP. As who knows how many more he might score at this point, right? Like I said, he might just ride a goal streak into the end of the season. Is that, look at him going down the bench. Connor McDavid, full glove hand. Holy goodness, that was... I knew with game 500 of his career, he was looking to do it, but that's a special one right there. Hadn't scored all season, gets into game 500 nonetheless, and scores the big goal. And my phone is absolutely blowing up right now. I am beyond happy as Brendan from Dolynny TV brought out the beard shave. And you legit going to shave the beard? I will next time I'm in Edmonton go buy a Brown jersey. I will not screw around. If you shave the beard and show up beardless to the next video, I'm telling you. That's that is fantastic. Huge goal from Connor Brown. I feel amazing right now. This has been an awesome special night, and yeah, this has been something to see for the Edmonton Oilers. So that was a fantastic little salute there as well by the Oilers faithful in the stands. You don't often see guys saluting a goal like that, but that is indeed what ends up happening as the Oilers get the first goal of the season, and now we immediately go to commercial break, of course. But it's 7-2 for the Oilers. Warren Foegele from Ryan McLeod and Leon Draisaitl, and then 17 seconds later, Connor Brown from Evander Kane and Adam Henrique makes it what it is now at 7-2 as Connor Brown. Obviously, it took him a long while to score a goal as an Edmonton Oiler. His last goal was March 28th, 2022 as he slammed home a goal. And it's a standing ovation for Connor Brown at Rogers Place this evening, scoring his first goal. Chris Knobloch says, way to go, guy. And here we go. First goal in 73 games. You just had a feeling it was coming sometime here in the past few live streams, and there it is. It's picked up now by the Oilers off the defensive zone draw there across the line. The shot fired. Is Kemper still in net? He might be, actually, as this one's now picked up by the Oilers, firing it down low. Blocked in front. We got 8:20 to go in this last period of play. And this will be a shot for the Oilers to get out of the zone. Nothing really matters at this point to me anymore. Connor Brown scored a goal, and the Oilers are well on their way to winning this hockey game. Josh dips out to do some research. McDavid has 29 assists on 45 Zach Hyman goals this season. That is absolutely unbelievable. I knew it would be a high amount, but the fact that it is indeed over half is pretty accurate, actually. So here's Hyman along the wall now with that puck. The aforementioned Hyman shot to the middle there by the Oilers. Trying to direct it on net was Nugent Hopkins. Couldn't get it through cleanly. Flipped out by the Capitals. Here's Ovechkin down the right wing or left wing. Shot fired. Save made by Stuart Skinner. And you like to see it as the Oilers have done this going through so far 53 minutes of a hockey game. As this puck just comes down to the near side. Don't take any penalties. Don't take anything stupid here down the rest. Shot fired. Save made by Skinner. Scramble around the crease. Freed up by Nugent Hopkins. He tries to battle along. And this will keep rolling for the Oilers to the far side corner. Sorry. I am just still giddy that Connor Brown scored a goal. I cannot believe it. That is absolutely amazing. Shot fired. And I think I think this is something that we will have to talk about post-game, as Connor McDavid will gather up the puck in his own zone. Time winding down here heavily on the Washington Capitals. 6.5 to go in the third period of play. Here's Ceci across the line. Ceci shot drifted, save made by Kemper. And with 6.5 to go, the Washington Capitals will come back the other way. Sonny Milano across will fire it to the middle of the ice. Picked off there by, I believe, Warren Foegele, and he'll flip up right up over top. 6:13 to go as this one will continue to wind it down. So far side, opportunity for the Capitals. Back to the middle. and career high 15 goals this season for Warren Foegele off of goaltender Stuart Skinner. Now we're inside the final 6 minutes, the last, 360 minutes or seconds to go in this period. It's 3-3 between the Avs and Canucks. Bottom line, Bob, we need a big Avs victory there. Sorry, friends. We're going to get the goal scorers for George right now because he's asking, and we are going to commercial break anyway. It's been Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, Bouchard, Foegele, Brown. That is your 7 goals for the Edmonton Oilers. The assists all over the board tonight. Everybody, it seems, has points in this hockey game, or at least everybody Oilers fans love to talk about. That includes Connor Brown picking it up here this evening. So exciting times in Oil Country. Connor Brown, party like it's 2022, has scored a goal for the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll see what happens here, as this has been fantastic so far, and the Oilers to win more. Peter, I knew where you were cheering tonight even before we started, and getting Connor Brown to score that goal, that is a big moment, and just the fact that that moment happens for Connor Brown is really the big part here for all of us involved. So I'm going to take a quick second here, friends, to again check the watch time, which is now well over 3:38. So we're going to exceed 350 this evening. That's fantastic. So we're rolling. And Peter, Connor Brown can't score. Well, that's that's been at long last flipped on its head for the Edmonton Oilers. Connor Brown on the board, and now you think about it here for the Oilers, that's another guy that's played regular minutes that now has a goal for the Oilers, and hopefully the floodgates just open up for Connor Brown here, as what a night the old lock shop had there for Dusty Nielsen, as well as the standing ovation for Connor Brown, as you like to see it. And all right, here we go. Let's do this. We're rolling along for a face-off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Face-off's won now by Evan Bouchard, as the shot fired down by Connor Brown. What about a Connor Brown 2-goal night? How about that? Could we do that? That'd be nifty. This is going to be an opportunity back down to Brown and Kane along the wall. And I mean, if all you have to do is bank it in off of Brown like you do Hyman, that's going to be fine and dandy. The Oilers can find a way to do that. Brown's pushed off the puck there. The Oilers still have the third line rolling around. Henrique down low to Brown. Brown's going to go off the wall. And look at him carrying that puck right there. That's more presence than we've seen Connor Brown with all season. And then there's a nice pass down low to Kane, almost threaded the needle, or was that one of our defenders? Maybe one of the defensemen, actually. Here's Kane, the fourth line shift, still rolling in the Capitals zone. Here's Brown trying to get to the front of the net. Block shot in front by the Washington Capitals. 5 minutes to go here in this third period of play. K. Ferg, welcome aboard. Smurfy, Angel, everybody, welcome in this evening. Glad to have you. Where you been? Whale as well. Missed you earlier. As this one's going to see the puck hop out of play for a face-off with 4:47 to go in this, well, what is, yes indeed, third period of play. We're just about up and done here tonight in this hockey game. So let's go do this here, friends. Let's finish this off, as Corey Perry will take the face-off on the right wing at center ice, as it will be Sam Carrick in the face-off dot for the Edmonton Oilers. He'll win it back. Puck now to Vinny Desharnais. Fired in, down low over to Darcy Kemper. Kemper fires along the boards. Desharnais leans on his man, tries to free it up, can't do it. Now Carrick's trying to battle it free as well. He doesn't free it up too well. 4:33 to go in this third period. Puck over to Sandin. The shot fired, misses wide of the net. Bounces right in front. Here's Perry with the puck. He'll battle off the wall. It's picked up there now by the Oilers. Darnell Nurse over to Vinny Desharnais. Desharnais across the line. Bats in down low. 4:15 to go in this third period of play. This will be up off the glass with 4 minutes-ish to go, friends. The Edmonton Oilers about to bring home this victory tonight, as it comes down low to Stuart Skinner, and we have brought home quite the live stream as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. If you are choosing to tune out here tonight, that is fine and dandy, but we even see an appearance from the man, the myth, the legend, the Epiphany as we get going here down the stretch. 3:46 to go. Fired off the boards, picked up now along the wall there by Cody Ceci, who's saying something to the Washington Capitals player as this comes free now for the Oilers. Fired now over, back, batted out of the middle air by a high stick. The Oilers instead able to get a chance back the other way. Kemper denies, well, one guy, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a blocker save. And here's now Hyman loading up McDavid. McDavid in on net, trying to backhand back to Nugent-Hopkins, just couldn't do it. And this comes back the other way now for the Capitals. The shot loading from Stone. Save made! Stuart Skinner, and a glove robbery at that. What a stoppage there by Stuart Skinner. And here we go. The Oilers get a good game tonight, Maximus, that's for sure. But that indeed, Colorado will be a huge test for the Edmonton Oilers, as that was a huge opportunity for, again, Alex Ovechkin. And Stuart Skinner has done everything he can tonight to keep Alex Ovechkin off the board. And it's worked out well, as here's Bouchard along behind the net, playing it up off the boards, coming over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking to make this play, but now down low to Brett Kulak. Kulak bounces off the end wall, now picked up here by the Oilers again. Back to the high point to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking over far side as Kulak will pick it up. Shot fired, save made by Kemper. As this one comes back the other way now for Ovi. He's got an opportunity. He's across the middle of the ice, cut off there by Kulak and Bouchard. Picked up in front. The Capitals fire a shot, denied by the boots of Evan Bouchard. 2:20 to go here in this one here, as this will be a shot fired, save made by Kemper again. And friends, you can wind this hockey game down. The Edmonton Oilers will win this one by at least a margin of 4 goals, if not 5, if not 6. With 2 minutes to go in this third period of play, the Oilers have come to a play tonight, and it's been a fantastic hockey game this evening. So a great game. The shot loading, save made by Stuart Skinner, kicked out by the Oilers defense. We've got 110 seconds to play in this hockey game. Shot fired, Capitals coming in waves. Stuart Skinner now up to 25 shots against this hockey game. Josh, it was you that said Skinner would need 25 saves to rebound the save percentage. Well, he's got it. So 2 shots on goal to get the first 2 goals of the game, and Stuart Skinner dialed in ever since. That's called, you know what, the kind of goaltending you need in the playoffs. If you're going to give up goals early, you got to be able to shut the door the rest of the way home. Thankfully, the Oilers' offense gets it going, and it's a hat trick now for Zach Hyman, and the Hats are going to hit the ice at Rogers Place. Zach Hyman officially gets goal number 46 of the season, as his 5th career hat trick, 4th this year for Zach Hyman. My goodness, 4 hat tricks in a year for Zach Hyman. Also in a game that won. Yes, indeed, Connor Brown has scored a goal. What an unbelievable one, as Zach Hyman officially credited with the hat trick. The puck bobbled up on Bouchard, and I think that's the only reason Hyman scored the goal, was the puck kind of got up on edge coming up to Bouchard at the point, and Hyman gets the tip with the legs, and that will do it, as the Edmonton Oilers officially get credit for Zach Hyman, who knew it was his goal the whole way. And with $1:43 to go, friends, we were going to finish this off, as the young Caps fan there in the stands, rocking the old dusty white Caps hat. And Hyman's just sitting there like, yep, I scored a hat trick tonight. I did that. So you love to see it. So hit of the game here will be given out by Sportsnet, the Oilers broadcast anyway, as it'll be the hit on Troy Stetcher, which really wasn't all that special. Kind of clipped him along the boards there anyway. And yeah, we'll have a chance now to finish off this hockey game. Barry, it's exactly that. A great game for the team morale. And the Oilers will now try and finish this hockey game off with a victory, right? That's all it comes down to. 7 goals in the column. They should easily be able to win this one, but now it's just about finishing off the effort and getting the job done tonight. With $1:43 to go in this third period of play, 35-24. The shots will finish close to on net for the Edmonton Oilers. And Bob, I'm looking forward to a big game here on Saturday as well. They've cleaned up all the hats that came down for the hat trick. The Oilers fans have cleaned out of the stands pretty well here in the lower bowl so far with $1:43 to go. Not really much to sit there for right now. We gave our standing ovation for the Connor Brown goal. Not much left to be decided at this point, but for the Oilers, a fantastic night that comes together with almost everything you possibly could need to win a hockey game. So now let's just finish this off with $1:43 to go. It comes back to the blue line for the Capitals. This one shot fired, blocked in front. Shot again, fired by the Capitals, blocked in front. $1:30 to go in this third period to play, friends. Let's bring it home. The shot fired here off the post for the Capitals. Knocked down with a high stick, and the Oilers will jam it out of the zone with $1:24 to go. It hits the ice in front of the bench. It's career high 30th win this season for Stuart Skinner. That is wild that the broadcast has given Skinner the win already with $1:11 to go, but I understand it. You've got it well underway. It's $1:08 to go here in the third period. Shot fired in front. So shot fired wide there by Milano. And here we go. Now an opportunity to finish this game off. Last minute to go. Save made by Skinner. There's number 25. As the Oilers will end up finishing this one off. A great effort tonight. 10:55. Puck comes off the netting, to play with 49.4 to go, friends. I'm going to just quickly, because there will be no post game tonight, throw you an ad here. And we're going to call it a night as this game winds down. 49.4 seconds to go. As friends, it's been a fun one tonight. I think we can all agree the Oilers doing exactly what they had to do to win this hockey game here tonight. And this one will be now an opportunity. Shot fired, blocked in front again. 45 seconds to go as Carrick frees this one up. That's going to trip me out. I got to watch the handedness now all the time. So this one comes free again in front. Perry, the shot, the stop for Kemper with 33.2 seconds to go. Perry wanted to put that one through Mr. Darcy Kemper like no tomorrow, but just couldn't quite bite it right there. So the Oilers continue to roll here, and they just got to get the job done now here down the stretches. That's a good shot there to Kemper. And help, okay, Ferg, I can agree with that. As the Oilers shot save made there by Kemper. 26 seconds to go. Josh, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate that. I mean, we would have hung out anyway, but end of the day, it ends up being a special night, and it's always a special night when we get the Blue Wrench crew hanging out for the majority of it. 12 seconds to go. Shot drifted towards the net off the back. It comes to the Oilers defense. Desharnais will look to make this, that will be Carrick looking to make that play, and the fans salute in Edmonton. The Edmonton Oilers have found a way to win tonight's hockey game, and friends, just like that, you have it. The Edmonton Oilers have done the job. They win this hockey game 7-2. The Capitals run off the bench as quick as possible. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Again, a shout out to Josh and David for the donos on the stream tonight, and friends, that's going to do it for me. It is bedtime here this evening. Thank you so much for hanging out from the bottom of my heart. I've enjoyed the heck out of this. 7-2 the final. Stuart Skinner's 30th win. Guess what? First career Oilers